Alright, and let me refresh Twitch, make sure that is working as properly intended. Twitch is online, YouTube should be as well, which is the next thing I need to check to make sure that's good. Do my good old double checks. Alright, YouTube's up and Twitch is up, so good to rock and roll. Let me scroll it down a little bit so I can see what's going on. Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Now, I know I have been playing Sword on my own a little bit, getting some progress made, because I'm going to show you something right now that definitely shows I've made progress, because I've been trying to hunt, get as much progress done as I could over the last couple of days to make this easier, because I know the chain, like the method for shiny hunting in the wild in this game means you need to go above 500 battled mons. Yeah, that's pretty much all from yesterday. And I have changed up the team a little bit, so it's not as exactly the same as it was before. So I'm going to do a quick overhaul here. First major notice is Yamper evolved into Boltund after the last stream, in between when I was trying to grind up the Rookie D a little bit. I changed up the movesets a little bit. Most of the mons got some new moves. Like, I went back to the move tutor and found out Sirfetch'd learns First Impression by at level 1, so that is definitely nice. I also put Peck on here just to have some extra PP because I wasn't really clicking Leer, and since this mon learns a move every 5 levels, I figured I might as well get as much PP out of it as I can. And Thwacky here, I taught it Swift because I think we had Growl or something, or no, Double Hit was inaccurate as hell, and it learned Knock Off by level up, I believe, so that's the real only changes to the moveset. Dreadnought got Crunch at level 1 when I went back and started looking through everybody's moveset, so yeah, you know I had to do it to it and get a Crunch. And Boltund here, it learned Spark, I think, last stream, maybe? Yeah, it did. And then off-screen, and Carcole here learned, I think, Incinerate. I believe I gave it Rock Blast. I might have already had that, I could be wrong, but Incinerate, I think, was the new move. And then Corvusquire here, I gave Swift and Payback, just to, again, for PP's sake, since we're going to be doing a lot of battling today, this is exactly how I want to rock it, so. Alright, and now without further ado, let's get into some Rookity here. Because the goal today, I want to get Rookity shiny, because I want to get all 3 of them, because for those of you that don't know me or what I've been doing for the last few years, off screen, I've been shiny hunting left and right, trying to get the entirety of the living decks done. I'm going everything. If it's legal and I can hunt it, I will go for it. So, right now, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try and get Rookie D, because this is the first time I've actually streamed my shiny hunting, since everything I've done before has been on a 3DS. So, hopefully I'll get that yellow Rookie D. And ideally, what I'll do is, after I get the first Rookie D, I'm not going to leave Route 1. I'm probably going to stay on Route 1 to hunt. I just want to clear everything off this route that I can get. So everything, with the exception of the shit that's in the grass, I'll probably get done. Like Wooloo, Nickit, Rookidee. I don't think Yamper is over here, but if it is, then I'll try for it. Like, I gotta get 2 more Rookidee after this shiny that I get, and then we'll have to see how it goes from there. So, and I found this spot actually to be pretty darn effective. Because while I was doing some encounters yesterday, just trying to up the overall counter, it definitely makes a difference with this area once you get the bike. Because what you can do is, I mean, first I'm going to wait to see if a Rookie spawns in, because if it does, then screw it. But what you can do is, if you run around the side, you don't have to boost. But if you run around the side, all of these spawns change. Like, all of these overworld sprites go away once you go a certain distance out of it. So if you do just start doing laps around this place, I recommend doing the counterclockwise like I just did. But it definitely speeds up the overworld encounter rate, because you'll start knocking stuff out left and right. And I think I'll turn, yeah, I gotta turn animations off so I can speed this up a bit. So let me, before I go fight that Rookidee, let me just turn battle animation. Battle effects are off. Let's do that. Cool. I just don't want to waste a ton of time doing this, because, like, even when I do my own shiny hunting, I've pretty much played through Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. All of them have had animations off, just because it makes it a lot easier to work with. So, and it just makes it easier because I'm not wasting a ton of time. Like, I don't have to sit through the entire Brutal Swing animation to gain 9 experience, you know? Like, alright, let's get this. I mean, I'd love to get the shiny Rookidee today, if I can. Because I'm probably going to be going until, like, 2:30, 3 o'clock, somewhere in there. Because I've been doing a lot of recording today. Like, I got up early, got pretty much through the end of South Park, minus one little thing I'm going to have to deal with off-screen for that, but that's not so bad. And we got I mean, pretty much, and I think everybody on the squad pretty much has leveled up since yesterday. Or not yesterday, since Tuesday when Aaron and I streamed this. Like, when Aaron and I streamed our casual playthrough of it, because I mean, what Aaron and I are going to do is we're going to do our casual playthrough, and then we're going to do... I think he and I are doing a Wonder Lock. I haven't quite locked in what we're going to do yet, but as much as I should be shiny hunting in my Shield version, because that's going to be my main copy, if anything, I think Shield is probably just going to be, like, for dicking around, but I got to talk with Aaron and see what we're going to do, because we're both already a significant amount of the way through our other game, so... I mean, if I get a shiny in this, I'm going to try and trade it to him to trade into my other version then, to keep as a backup. But I just want to make sure I'm not going to miss a Rookidee that spawns in. I mean, and Squovit is a nice mon to see in the grass, because they despawn themselves very quickly after you get into that fight. Like, once they start getting spooked by you, they run away almost instantly. So it is definitely nice to deal with. And I would normally do like how other streamers will do like a shiny counter. Or like the encounters since shiny and all that. I've been at 999 for who knows how long. So I'm not going to bother starting that up because there's no real point to doing it. I mean, for another mon, like if I do Squovit or something next, then I'll do the counter just to make it, you know, so I'm keeping track of all these. And it is nice to have this bike because you can clear laps around here like it's nobody's business. Like, this bike charges up within that lap of just running around, so... And I like this, when you get 2 Rookidee that spawn in right there. So, definitely a nice thing to see. So, hopefully we can get this Rookidee today. That would be very appreciated. So, Rookidee, if you could do me a favor and be yellow like you've been for everybody else, that'd be nice. I know A-Drive, because I just saw his video, I think yesterday or the day before, where he got his in over 3,000 encounters, and it's like, Jesus. It's under odds, still, but... Because the odds are like, what, 4,090 something? 4,000 something? So, anything less than that is still good odds. Which right now, I'm probably in around 1,100 or so, if I had to guess. Maybe? Because I've healed up this squad a few times, and you can see how much PP I've got per mon to rock with. So, oh, there's a Rookidee. Nice. And like I said, the sooner we get this first Rookidee, then we can get the second one, and then the third one, and go from there. Because I want to get the living decks done. It's just like my little personal kind of goal. I've already gotten a shit ton of them out of Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, so I might as well continue that trend into Sword and Shield here and try to knock all these out. Okay, I didn't want you Squovit, but whatever. So I think, like I said, I'm probably going to knock out Rookidee's line first. And if I get the shiny today, I'm probably going to... Whatever Rookidee I get today is probably going to replace the Corvusquire that I have on my team. Just to... I mean, that way I also get a little bit of exposure with it. So... Okay, let's get this. Let's get this Rookidee. I'd like to have the shiny charm, honestly, before I start doing all the shiny hunting, but... It's more interesting if I get shinies without the shiny charm, at least for me anyway, because I've done old gen hunting, which, you know, the one in 8,000 odds, but it's fun every once in a while to not do a shiny charm hunt and do a technical... This is nowhere near full odds, though, because I've got the chain rolling, plus all the other nonsense that goes along with it, so... And it is nice to see these Pokemon that all have, like, their weird aura to them that'll give you extra watts, which... I mean, even yesterday, I don't know if there's a way to check the watts without going to, like, the actual shops to check it, but I had a shit ton of watts from these guys after I got done doing that. Because, like, if I ran into Rookidee, that, like, there were times I ran into, like, 4 or 5 Rookidee in a row that all had that yellow glowing aura to them. So it definitely made life a lot easier to see. So actually, you know what? Before I go too far in, I want to tweak the settings a little bit. Just because the screen doesn't totally look right. So let me... TV settings, adjust screen size. Let me tweak this a bit. Let me pop this out a little bit. Put it in... It's just because like the TV is like too big. So let's see if that changes that any. It's a little better. I can't go too big because then I'm cutting off from the screen on my end. So I really don't want to go too big. Because if I go 100%, that's way too big. And like right now, you can see for me, that little, the Y in the corner there is completely overshadowing everything. So let's see. Any more Rookidee gonna spawn in? Okay, we got one. Well, all it takes is one, so. And as much as I'm not a fan of these overworld sprites, I'm kind of alright with it. Because as much as in the grass encounters are... Like, the in the grass stuff is the rare stuff you're not seeing in the overworld. Like, I know around here I saw a lot of grubbins, caterpies, and a lot of sort of like early game bugs. So, actually, probably should make sure the game audio is loud enough, because I know... Put that up. And look, there's a Rookidee with an aura. Of course, it's not shiny, but... Alright, I'm probably gonna have to pop my headphones out, because that's way too fucking loud for me. And as much as I want to listen to it, I got the TV playing, so I might as well just listen to that instead. And let me just make sure here with Streamlabs. I should check that sooner, but... And since I know I talk really loud, I'm gonna drop the mic a little bit. I guess I'll just crank this up to full blast, huh? There we go. Yeah, because I know I'll probably end up overpowering a lot of the game audio. Because I know Aaron, when we streamed on Tuesday, he talks really quietly, so it's hard for him to overpower certain pieces of audio. Like, I know somebody in our last stream mentioned that they couldn't hear the game, or they couldn't hear him, but they could hear the game, or like vice versa. So, and that's just because Aaron talks really quiet, so he's not exactly the best with it. Well, for me, it's like I talk loud enough, and my mic is like probably 2 or 3 feet away from my face. Yeah, probably closer to like 2 feet. So, it's like for me, I've got no issues talking loud enough to be heard by the mic. Like right now, looking at my settings, I need to be dropped quite a bit. Like I had this, the mic was near full blast for me, where now I just realized I should probably drop it to below 50, or put it to like below 15 decibels, just to make it so you guys can hear me without me drowning out the entire game. So, plus that'll probably help if I find the shiny, that if I lose my mind, y'all are not going to go deaf. Hopefully. So, should probably label headphone users beware if I find it. But, whatever. It is what it is. I mean, like, if I get it today, great. We've still got a long ways to go. We're 15 minutes into a long day. So, I did start a little bit earlier than I planned on, just because I got done recording some South Park stuff earlier, so might as well. Alright, Rookidee. Let's see what you got. I mean, I do like this setup that I've got here, don't get me wrong. Like, this team is definitely in good shape. And the fact that Sirfetch'd gets first impression, I think that's something nobody's really looking at. First impression was really... I mean, granted, what really made first impression great was Golisopod. Thing's got a monster, stupid high attack stat. And you give it a priority stab move. Look how good Crawdon did when it got adaptability, plus Aqua Jet and Life Orb. You basically did that for Golisopod by giving it stab. And first impression's like, what, base 80? So stab is 1.5. That's pretty much a base 120 move, slapping you in the face before you can even attack. Like, only way around it is protect. That's it. And if you ain't clicking protect, then you're gonna take a ton of damage. I'm surprised that Mon does not see more like competitive use than it does. Because yeah, I know it's not the best defensively. Its ability kind of puts you behind the 8-ball, because you end up at a spot where it's like, you'll just get forced out. So I don't know, it's kind of a tricky spot to be with. Okay, Squovit, can you not get in my way? I don't know, I'm debating between doing Squovit or Nickit next. Because I like Nickit's shiny. So if I, like I've said, if I get a shiny that's on my team, I'm going to replace whatever's on my team for this playthrough with the shinies. And it's not for any reason other than I just want to see the shiny pop out. Like, if I'm going to bring out a Corviknight, why wouldn't I bring out the shiny one? And of course, I'm not going to overtrain it, so I'm getting a Corviknight, like, now. But if I get the Rookidee, it'll get... I'm going to try to get them on par. Like, if I get it today, I'll get it on par with Corvisquire and just make it a clean switch. So that way it's not hampering... It's not hindering anything of the team. Of course, the moveset's probably going to be different, because I'm probably not going to go with Payback or Swift, but... You know what? I'll make it work. So, let's see. I mean, this Rookidee ain't really doing too crazy, but... Alright, let's see if we get another one to spawn in before I do my lap, which we don't. Let's do a lap. And there's a Rookidee. Nice. Alright, Rookidee, drop him down. Nice. Get another one out of the way. Yep, there's another Rookidee. Done. Nice. Nice and simple. Just want to get this shiny, man. This would be nice and easy. And yeah, it seems like everybody is hunting Rookidee. I mean, it's an easy mon to hunt. It's pure flying, which is actually not a bad typing, because being pure flying is really unique. Because the only mon that was pure flying all the way up through Gen 5... Actually, no, there was no pure flying until Gen 5, when you got Tornadus. Yeah, Tornadus is the only one that's pure flying, so you're definitely doing good if you got that going. So there's easily nothing to worry about. Alright, let's see. I'm just trying to keep my eyes open for if I spot another Rookidee. We got two of them over here. Nice. So let's keep on rock and rolling, dudes. And I mean, as far as the version exclusives go, I haven't really seen much. And I probably should go pick up the, go into the PC and pick up the mons from the daily jobs to get them out of the way. So probably after I clear this Rookidee, and if I don't get any more that spawn in, I'll go and check on it. Just to make sure. You know, there's no reason not to. So, first impression here. Let's get this Rookidee rock and roll in here. Let's see, because I'm going to go pick them up, because I know you'll get a decent amount of experience. And I think there are a few missions I can do, because I was looking at them yesterday, and there's not really much. Okay, I didn't want to fight you. You're probably going to be... Oh, look, another Squovit. It's not even a shiny Squovit, so it doesn't even matter. Alright, let's run, because it doesn't affect my chain if I get in the middle of this. So, alright, let's do... Is that the Rookidee? Nice. Okay. I'll do this, then I'll go to the PC, I'll check the daily jobs, and knock them out. Like I said, there were a few I was looking at yesterday that I wouldn't have minded doing, but I don't think I think most of the mons that I could have done it with were out on jobs already, so kinda sucks, but whatever. Alright, let's go to the Pokemon Center real quick, like. I mean, I don't need to heal up, so I'm not gonna, but I'm just gonna check the PC just to give it a look and see. And I did, in case, since the bike outfit is not the normal outfit, I did update my outfit, which spent a little bit of money on it, so let's try the Lotto ID here. Let's see, we'll just go down the line, check that, then I'll check the jobs, and we should be in good shape from there. So let's see. How are we doing? Probably not, right? Yeah, of course we don't. Because half the time I don't get a fucking match. Check Poke Jobs. I think we're good to check these. Okay, these are completed. Nice. So let's get our grass types back. I think we sent the grass types, right? Or are these the bugs? No, these are the water types? What the fuck did I send on this mission? Like half grass, half water. Oh, this was a grass mission. Okay. Cool. Nice. Everybody getting a level? Nice. We got a little Choodle over there getting some levels. Seems like Applin brought 2 heal balls back. Nice. That is clean. The hell mission was this? Bugs? Okay. Got a good job. Nice. Everybody got a level. Nice. Level 2 bottles of soda. Sweet. Alright, let's get this last mission claimed here. This one... Okay, this is a normal type mission. Okay, that's fine. Probably getting exceptional, right? Great job. Nice. Did an exceptional job. Everybody getting a level. It sucks that your Pokemon can't evolve when you do those missions, but... particular care of water used to brew coffee, like Pokemon that are knowledgeable about such things. Okay, this one needs bugs. So we have a couple of bugs I can send. As in, you, and I'll send Toxel, because Toxel's going to need a lot of experience, so send them whole day. This way, tomorrow, I mean... I probably won't log into this game tomorrow, but when I come back into this game next week, we'll pick up the job and be good to go. You want some rock types? Pretty sure I just sent my only rock type. Oh no, yeah, you're pure water. Shit. It's not good. And Squovet? Wooper, Choodle. This one's not gonna go well. I can already tell this is not going to be a good mission. And best of luck fucking up the mission. Alright, so we need this one for coffee. Who the hell would know coffee the best? Like, probably Zigzagoon. I mean, Applin has, like, nothing going on, so... I feel like if anybody knows coffee, it'd probably be Hoot Hoot with Insomnia here. But... I don't know if that would mean... I don't know if this wants you to send, like, humans, like, human-like Pokemon, or just smart Pokemon? It's hard to tell. Alright, so that's the end of that. So let's get out of here, and let's go back to the grass, and get ourselves some nice old shinies here. Let's get a shiny today. Alright? My goal. Just want to get one. If I can get at least one, I'll be happy. So we got ourselves a Rookidee. Oh, hey Jimmy. Internet's so buggy and shit. Dude, the internet is messed up in this game right now. I mean, it's also because the game is still new, so they're probably going to give an update soon that'll patch everything and get everything working nice and normal again. So it's going to be a bit. But I would say give it a month or two, and this game will have itself figured out. It's going to be like what Gen 6 had to go. Like, Gen 6 and 7... needed an update after the games came out just to patch all the internet issues that were going on with it. So, I can definitely... I don't know, it's going to be a bit. It's the same issue like all these Pokemon games got hit with once they all transitioned to the internet phase. Like, once games needed to start packing internet in them to quote-unquote function, yeah, that's where things start to get a bit buggy. I mean, I'm not going to claim to know everything, I just know... It's like the same thing, like when I used to play Omega Ruby with a bunch of friends of mine. The online was crap. Like, you couldn't do... Like, the two... Like, me and a buddy sitting right next to each other would get into a battle, and we'd just try to, like, do a casual 6-on-6, and our internet would crap out halfway through the game. But then, after a couple of months, when they put out the update and we got it patched out, we were good to go. So, we had no fear at that point. Like, at that point, whatever was going to happen was going to happen. And occasionally Nintendo does... watch their games a little while later. You just gotta make sure that... I mean, Sword and Shield's probably gonna have internet connectivity for quite a while. So, it's just gonna be a bit trying to make sure everything works right. Alright, let's see if we can get another Rookidee in here. And of course not, stupid Squirtle. I mean, it'll be easy when I go to hunt Squirtle. Those things pop up like freaking everywhere. But until then, we'll have to deal with what we got. Which, I haven't really used the online for this game yet. Because, I mean, the only online I'm really going to use for this is when Aaron and I have to do some trading for the version exclusive stuff so we can each finish our dexes. But I mean, I've seen where it can be a little bit buggy, but as a whole, since I haven't delved into it too much, I can't really mess with it. Or, like, I can't really critique it yet. This will be when Aaron and I go to make our first trade and the game just craps out entirely. But as long as the game survives long enough for me to hopefully find a shiny or two, or all of them, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm ready for the long haul today, so hopefully I can get this. If I can at least get one Rookidee today, that's my goal. Get one shiny Rookidee, get that thing on the party, get it started training up, and then if I can get two, that's beyond exceptional. But aim for one, then I'll get two. It would be nice if Surfetch could learn some more moves. Like, this thing has no TM usage at the moment. Like, it kind of sucks. That it really just doesn't... Like, there's a lot of decent TMs in this game that it just can't get access to. Because, I mean, I would have thought... I mean, Leech Life would have been a bit overkill, but... I mean, if it could get some sort of TMs, that'd be nice. I mean, I don't know how Farfetch'd TMs... Or, like, how Farfetch'd was with TMs. So it might have just been... Might be a little weird on that one, but... I don't know. It's kind of odd. I mean, there's a lot of moves, like, I feel like Farfetch'd gets Swift. But yet, Surfetch'd over here gets none of my TMs. Nope, I don't want to do Mystery Gift, because I already did my Mystery Gift for my Dynamax, or my Gigantamax Meow. It's like, oh boy, Attract. I really don't want it learning Attract. Beat Up. Surfetch'd feels like a mon that should learn Beat Up. Brutal Swing, it already has. D-Gleam, alright. Drill Run, not really. Leech Life, no. Magical Leaf. Payday. I feel like Payback. That thing should at least learn Payback. Pin Missile, alright, I can see why that wouldn't work. Rock Blast. Dreadnought can learn it, but I don't want you to learn it. Shadow Ball. Scary Face? Come on. You can't tell me you look at Surfetch'd and you don't get spooked. Swift. Swift would be the only one that I would debate. And actually, Bolton can learn Swift. Do you have any moves I'd want to replace with it, though? Oh, yeah, that's right. I think I looked at this yesterday. It's like, Spark is just good, and it's physical, so plus nice old Strong Jaw Bolton over there. I'm going to keep Nuzzle until I get something better to replace it with. But Tri-Attack, kind of sucks that nobody can learn Tri-Attack. Waterfall, Dreadnought needs Waterfall. Just because that thing, I mean, it gets Razor Shell at level 1, but Waterfall is just better. As much as Razor Shell can drop defense, I don't think... Oh, Razor Shell's not 100% accurate. I don't know if Waterfall is either. So let me just do a quick check on that. Just because I'm a tad curious. You know, that's what I chose Waterfall over Razor Shell, because that's 100% accurate, so... But, I don't know. It is what it is, so... Can't totally complain about nothing. There we got that rolling. Now, let's see. Are we gonna get another Rookidee spawned in over here? Nope, it's a Squirtle. Okay. There's a Midget over here. Ooh, Rookidee. Nice. Give me the Rookidee. There we go. I will say, this bike is a bit unruly, but it's not terribly unruly. Like, it is definitely possible to work with. It's just trying to make a tight turn on it. It's realistic. But going from every other Pokemon game where you could turn on a dime, this game is kind of weird that you have to do the complete circle, like the small circle, to make it work. So, like, trying to make a circle in this game, it's like, okay, this is the smallest circle you can make. Whereas the other games, it was like you could flick back on the joystick or hit the D-pad a certain way and boom, you're done. Which, yeah, the D-pad was an ORAS thing, but you know what? I'm old school like that, and that's what I loved about ORAS. Plus, it allowed me to breed a whole shit ton. Alright, let's do my speed up lap here. And this bike could still do with some upgrades. Like, I still should be putting some watts into upgrading it, but I think the next upgrade I gotta get is like a 3K upgrade. So, yikes. It's a bit pricey, and since I'm only fighting Rookidee right now, I don't exactly have the luxury of killing everything with an aura just to get all the experience I can get. So, kind of sucks, but at the same point, I can work with it. I'm sure I probably still got a decent amount of wattage right now. But I think the only way to check it would be to go through the, what am I thinking of? The fucking... Like, I'd have to go to the wild area, to one of those guys to exchange watts to check how my wattage would be. Which I think I spent a lot of it yesterday. I'm gonna check the Pokeball status would definitely tell me if I did, which I have not. So, success. So let's get this riggedy rolling here. Actually, I'm gonna check the wattage real quick, because I'm gonna wait for Rookidee to spawn in anyway. So I'll just do a quick jog over there. It won't take too long, because all I gotta do is just fly to here. Fly to here, there's a watt trader, and I think this is the guy you can talk... I think you can talk to any of them to upgrade the bike, but... just talk to him. What would you like to do? Improve my bike. I have 7k watts. Yes, we will upgrade the damn bike. Bike has extra power. Yeah, Rotom Rally. I don't care. Can I improve my bike again? Cost you 5,000 watts to upgrade the bike? Yikes. Alright, do you have quick balls? You have nest balls. Actually, nest balls would not be bad. Go 20 of those for right now. Liquidation is a freaking TM. Yo, hold up. Yes, please. I will drop the watts on that TM. I don't care. Liquidation over Waterfall any day of the week. Oh, you learn it... and no, I can't do it. He learns it naturally, and it's only extra, like, 5 base power, so... You know what? While we're here, I'll do a quick jog around the wild areas. Just to grab some extra wattage. I'm here anyway, so I might as well. I don't have the water bike, which kind of sucks, but... Alright, are there any Dynamax things I can do? I don't see any. I don't see any Dynamax things, but I see all these are like charged up, so might as well grab the 100 or so watt. That was a Tyrogue. I will say I wish you could do this camera tilting on every route, though. That is one thing I will definitely say would make the game a little bit easier to work with. But I can kind of see why they don't want you doing that. Right, let me check this. Oh, there is one over there. Okay. Cool, it's on this side of the bridge, so I can work with it. And there's one, I think, down the hill? Alright, it's raining? Maybe? Can't tell. Alright, let's go... Let's take this route over here, because I think there's another trader over here that I can check. Got some more wattage. Got an item along the route, the thing here. Revive, nice. I will say that is definitely just a nice kind of quality of life, that there are items constantly spawning in around the map that you can work with. So, alright, you have quick balls. Please. Net balls. Son of a bitch. I mean, okay, so Ice Beam is a TM that you can get from him. That's not bad, then. Pushing Piece, I'm not going to bother putting into that, because we're not doing that yet. Maybe after I beat the game, I'll put in a little more effort to doing all that sort of stuff, but for right now, not really worth my time. We got a Dynamax thing over here, which I'm just going to use for the wattage. I'm not going to go through and try to fight whatever it is, because I don't know if this interrupts the chain. Ooh, it's Sandaconda, though. Ooh, that's interesting. Alright, do I have... I can swap... Actually, I can swap to Dreadnought. Yeah, give me Dreadnought. You know what? I'm gonna break the chain, I think, for this. So... I'm just gonna not invite anybody, because I don't have... A, I don't have any friends online, and B, I don't want to sit here and wait all week for that. Yo, I love this outfit. And I definitely can agree with what Aaron says, that is definitely... Jesus. That was a loud-ass cry. Alright, Dreadnought. Let's do it. Yo, this outfit is so clean. I love it. Let's go for it. Max Geyser. It's a pure ground type. Fuck him up. And getting a Silicobra right now would be awesome. So let's do it. Let's do it to it. Listen, I'm pretty sure this Max Geyser should just put a hole in this thing. It seems like I got so much... I mean, I'll be getting some extra Dynamax candies that I can put into Dreadnought too, so... Damn! That's a lot of damage. You're gonna put that... Oh, now it's raining, so you're dead. Anybody goes for a water type move, you dead. Max Quake. Alright, that hurts. Pikachu, sorry about your luck, kid. Rock Tomb drops your speed. Brick Break ain't doing it. A decent amount of damage. But here we go. I probably could have turned animations back on before I did this, but I'm gonna drop this Silicobra right now. Silicobra is weak. Throw a Pokeball? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's throw a Great Ball. Cause I feel like I don't know what the level is on this thing, so I don't want to throw a Nest Ball and watch that fuck it up. And I know these are not 100% catch rate. Since I watched A-Drive or somebody... No, yeah, it was A-Drive that I watched last night. Try to catch Appleton, and he couldn't catch it. And it was like, yikes. Or it broke out on him, so it's like, I am easily going to start throwing better balls at these things. I threw Pokeballs when I did my... I mean, playing through on Shield on my own, I caught everything in a Pokeball for the most part. Like, what TMs did we get? Drill Run, High Horsepower. Not bad. It's not the best Silicobra, but it is nice for a Dex entry, so nice. Send you to the box, because I don't really need you. Nothing personal, just don't need you. Got another one over there. That's... Why does that light look different? Like, that makes me think that that light is... Alright, let me see. Can I put it into Dreadnought? I can. Okay. We got a medium XP candy, so that's not bad. High horsepower is meh. Got some Nest Balls now, and whatever meh. I got my Soda Pops. Right. Alright, so let's check this Dynamax thing out, and then I'm going to go back to the earlier route. So, oh god, that's a Corviknight. Let's not mess with that. Oh, item. Give me the items. God, the camera. Jar of honey. I think you can just sell those. I don't think they're actually worth anything. Hey, look, it's Vanillish. I think this was... No, it's still 300. Oh, that's a Beware? Do I have any better mons to fight a Beware? Not really. Actually, technically, Corvisquire would be better. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Corvisquire. Because Thwacky ain't doing it. Dreadnaught's going to die. Boltund doesn't do it. I mean, Boltund can paralyze him, though. But you don't do much other than that. And you're adamant, so let's go with this. Because... Alright, for this one, I'm going to try to invite some other people. So, I'm going to give it the timer, and we'll see what happens. If I can get somebody to help me out with this Beware, that would be very, very cool. But if not, it's not the end of the world. Pokemon faint. The battle ends when Pokemon faint in faint 4 times, or the battle lasts for 10 turns. Okay. I mean, 10 turns isn't really a long time, though. Like, come to think of it, 10 turns is not exactly the longest time. So while this is going, I'm going to try... Cause right now, I'm also off-screen doing a Soul Silver Dream Team setup. So I'm trying to get my 6-man team for Soul Silver to play through. And I have my shiny starter that I ended up getting Cyndaquil, which, to be fair, I needed at least one out of the entire Johto lines. So Cyndaquil, Chikorita, or Totodile. Because Totodile I needed to get for Alligator, for that line to be done. Cyndaquil I needed the whole line, and Chikorita I needed the whole line. So for right now, I'm just trying to... I mean, my team that I've got built, it isn't the best by any stretch of the imagination. But the team that I'm aiming for would be, obviously, Typhlosion is my starter. Houndoom, Swinub was on my list. I'll probably get a Mamoswine. I threw Hoppip on there, Unknown, and Quillfish, just because I've been hunting so much out of every generation that I cannot... I tried to make, like, a list of the teams I would do for each generation, and it's like Gen 1 I'm still working on, because I got 2 out of the 6 for that, being my Charizard and my Dugtrio. But I still got to get my Dragonite, my Articuno, my Kabutops, and the Onix that I put on that list. So that's going to be a bit tricky to work with. But, I mean, Articuno is just a soft reset. Dragonite is going to be a soft reset from the Game Corner. And Kabutops is soft reset for the Fossil. Onix, I think Aaron and I talked about it. It's like Victory Road at level 48 with a Repel Trick. Gets you, I think it's 100%? Alright, well it looks like we're not going to be getting anybody jumping in on this battle, so rip to us. Kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping I would at least get, you know, like one person. It's kind of a yikes. Because Aaron's at work, so I couldn't ask him to come in. Dawson doesn't even have the games, nor does he play Pokemon, so he's out. And State Farm might, but I think he's working, so I don't know what he's going to be able to do. So, alright, fuck it, let's just go. I wonder if it just starts if you don't get in for the timer, or does it just reset? Nope, it just starts up. Alright. So, rip me. That's a big ol' fucking Beware. Alright, Corvusquare, you're up. Oh, goody, I hate this combo. Every fucking time I get the Holucha. When I did for... Okay, what's the damage difference here? 110 to 90. Lowers the target speed stat, lowers the target special defense stat. But these all hit on the physical side. Let's raise the allies' speed stats. The Magikarp almost always has a Focus Sash. The Holucha 9 times out of 10 spams fucking Feather Dance. And the Heatmor is kind of the wild card. Because I don't know what the Heatmor is going to do. So, bit of a yikes. I probably shouldn't have thrown all my Dynamax candies into frickin' Dreadnought, but I forgot to turn animations back on for this. But then again, I'm only doing this one, and then I'm going back to where... Damn. Okay, wow. Holucha just hit as hard as I did. That's cool. Magikarp with Hydro Pump does nothing. You're not fluffy. Max Strike. You're going for Holucha? Well, bye, Holucha. Did you get Speed Drop? Okay. That's not too... I mean, the Speed Drop doesn't matter as much. Dude, it's one turn. Chill out. Oh, it's because he fainted, that's why. Oh, and he hit the Holucha. Shit. Alright, do you do any secondary effect? Raises speed. So the flying type ones always raise speed, I think. And Night. Did we get a crit? No, that just did a ton of damage, though. Alright. Let's see if we can get a Beware. I mean, putting a Beware in the box is definitely not a bad thing. I mean, yeah, it's only a 2-star raid, but it's a Beware. I'm more concerned about the Mon at that point than I am anything else, so... Let's see. Let's do it how we do it to it. So, let's make this work. Alright, there we go. Nice. Wicked nice. Yeah, we got a Beware. Nice. Alright, what do we got? Aurasphere, Reversal, and 2 Dynamax candies with some other candies, so... But, whatever. Beware added to the dex. Throw you right to the PC. Because I can check on you in literally 2 seconds. Alright, so there's a... Oh god, that whole side of the map has opened up. Alright. I'm going to check Dreadnaught's Dynamax level. Okay, you're almost at maximum, so I'm gonna put you with a Dynamax. I'm gonna use one of my Dynamax candies to get that maxed out. And yeah, Citrus Berries are alright, but TMs, let's scroll all the way down to Aurasphere Reversal. You can learn Reversal, but you can't learn Aurasphere. Alright. Feels cool, man. Alright, where are my Dynamax candies? Nice. I got 2 of them there, so let's put 1 into Dreadnought. Did you go up to maximum, though? Because it doesn't... It's saying I can use another one. Which... Okay, you're at maximum. So I think the next mon I'm going to focus on is probably going to be Thwacky. I'm thinking Thwacky. Because if I can get my starter Dynamaxed pretty good... Or do I go Boltund? Because Aaron was telling me Boltund is really good, but I think I'm going to go Thwacky. Just to get that maxed up a little bit. And we got all these candies here, so... I'm just going to sort by name just because it triggers me to not. Saving those rare candies for later. And like I said, I'm just going around the wildlands here to collect all the wattage that we can get. So, did I not grab this? Or is it just from a distance making it look like it's charged again? No, you are charged again. Interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. And I know we can't go across that bridge until later. Oop, items. Give me item, please. Oh, it's Liepard, okay. It's the same one we ran away from before. Yeah, these are all recharged. What the hell? Why are you guys recharged? I mean, I'll take the wattage, don't get me wrong. Oh god, Dippy. No, Dippy, don't mess with me. I'm the one who made you the meme that we turned to... Holy shit, these are all freaking Dynamaxed right now. What the hell? Yo, hold up. We collecting some wattage today, boys. Hey, Zatu, how you doing? It's funny that I'm running past all these Pokemon, and in my head I'm going, I have you shiny, I have you shiny, I have a shiny Gyarados. Speaking of frickin' Zatu, here's Natu. Let's go Dreadnought. Because Dreadnought's Rock Tomb is probably going to put a hole in this thing. I'm not going to bother trying to invite anybody because... I mean, unless one of you guys in the chat wants to add my friend code, I'll throw it up on screen if you want it, but... If you don't say nothing, you don't get nothing. Friggin' Natu! Oh my god, you freaking crazy little Natu. Jeez, that is ominous. See, I see this. That face is making me immediately think of Majora's Mask. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Alright, let's go. Max Rockfall. Let's go for it. I don't know if this is smart to do it like this, but I'm doing it anyway. Actually, can you Dynamax more than one Mon at a time in this fight? Or are you only allowed to Dynamax one at a time? I do wish I could have gotten the... I wish this thing... Again, one mechanic I wish they changed with how Dynamaxing and all that worked. Oh god, we just one-shot this Natu. Holy shit. Yeah, throw the Sandstorm up for the Mon that's already dead. So this thing's not tough at all. This thing's probably like level 5. Sure, let's catch it. I'm gonna throw a Nest Ball at it. I mean, if I find a shiny in the Dynamax raids, that would be hella awesome. But I'm not holding my breath for it. It'd be nice, because we got like 7 of them, but let's go for it. You know what? I originally just wanted to get Rookidee done today, but I think definitely... if I can knock out these Dynamax raids, get a whole bunch of wattage, so that once the guy comes back around for Quick Balls, those are the type of Pokeballs that I want to get. Like, screw every other type of balls. First turn, throwing a ball, getting it, is way better. Got a rare candy, got some small stuff, because that's literally a pathetic Natu. Yikes, that's bad. Give Natu a nickname? Nah, it's... I'm gonna check your summary, because I feel like... Okay, you're level 2 Dynamax, which isn't great. You have stored power. That can be good. I know the power of stored power, because you could literally put holes in people with that move. Alright, let's go to the next set of them, because there's literally 3 of them right here. It's in the sun, so... Alright, yeah, let's get that wattage. Let's go over to here. Let's get this one. I mean, I'm mainly doing this for the wattage. Oh, hey, it's a Joltik. Let's swap up. Basically run Dreadnought again. I'm pretty sure the Rock Tomb is gonna just destroy this thing. So, that's a yikes. Hey, yo, yo, yo. Oh god, Joltik. Hey, look, it's normal sized. I love how Joltik's only like 2 inches big. Or it's not even 2 inches big, it's like 2/10 of an inch. It's something ridiculously tiny, so you don't even see it on the battlefield. It's like, bruh. Alright, let's watch this. We killed a Natu in one shot. $10 says this Joltik goes down in one shot. Calling it. This dude is gone. This dude stands no chance. He's gone. This thing's dead. What? You lived? In what universe? That's a Salazzle. I was gonna say, Salazzle going for Flamethrower? You gone, kid. Let's catch it. Let's go for it. Add it to the deck, Sentries. Feck it. Just take him down a notch. I probably should organize the poke. I gotta go through my bag and organize it, because that's... My OCD always puts all the items in these games A to Z. Just because Oras, that's exactly how I did it. Oras, and then Sun and Moon, the only thing I did differently was I put the berries I used the most at the bottom of the bag. So I would put, like, Citrus, Lepa, and Lumberries all at the bottom, just because having max... I mean, you max out those 3 stacks in those games, and you don't need to go to a Pokemon Center ever again. Which would make my own Nuzlocke that I used to do, that I will probably bring back at some point, the Unchosen Lock. It makes it so much easier if you start berry farming. Oh, I've already fought a Joltik? Who had a Joltik that I fought then? Probably some random ass trainer then. Alright, so we got a Dynamax. We got 2 Dynamax things. Let's get the one in this grassy area first, so I can get a deal with all this. And it's a Dwebble. Oh, I should have swapped. Whatever. Deal with it. As long as Sirfetch'd has moves to work with, I can be fine. We're fine. We got this. It's a Dwebble. How much damage is a Dwebble really going to do anyway? I'm a fighting type. I'll resist it. As long as I have moves I can click, I'm good. If I don't have any moves I can click, cry. Okay, good. You're all just effective. Is there one... Actually, this is what I should go for. Because I forgot, since you're Bug Rock, you're neutral to a lot of them. I mean, it's neutral, which is nice. And since Max Knuckle is a stab neutral, that's definitely good. Yo, Sirfetch'd coming up tall, dude. Like, goddamn. I was gonna say, are you even gonna, like, gain any HP? Because you have no Dynamax put into you. Max Knuckle. Get a decent hit in, and it should... I was gonna say, that boosts all of our attack, which is nice for later. Thunderbolt. Good damage, but I would have liked it to be physical. Okay, that's not doing anything, because that's resisted. You set up the Sand, which is just gonna make us take longer. Solar Beam, that's... neutral. Togepi, can you... Wait, what? I mean, I'm glad you healed everybody, but... Wait, that was just... That straight up negated Maractus? Or Maractus is just like, nah, not touching that shit. Alright, let's do it again. Get another Max Knuckle. Get another attack boost. It's basically how Mega's Kangaskhan felt. Oh, and I forgot I got the Shell Bell. Oh, come on. You lived. Somebody go for an attack. Alright, that negates all of our buffs and abilities, but level 1 for Fury Cutter. Maractus gonna take a chunk. Yes, Solar Beam should kill, and we got ourselves a Dwebble. Nice! Dwebble, get in the Ziggurat Ball. Get in this Pokeball, Dwebble. It does kind of suck that if you level up a Mon from the daily missions, and it would evolve, they don't. Which is kind of bad, but meh. I can see why, because they want you to do the work to evolve it, instead of giving it the experience of going out on a job, so... Well, it's kind of like the, the one island in Poke Pelago in the other games. Alright, so we got Drill Run and High Horsepower, got another Dynamax candy. Nice. I mean, I'm going to save most of these EXP candies. No, I don't want to nickname you. No, let's not do that. I mean, I can rate the nickname at any Pokemon Center, which, again, makes it a little easier, but not totally. So, no, Bunnelby, I do not want you. I do not want you, Bunnelby. Be gone, demon! I'll probably do, like, 1 or 2 more Dynamax raids and then go back to Rookie D. Because I'm not out here trying to fight every little frickin' demon walking through the grass here. Ooh, a Dreadnought. Nice. Alright, well, Thwacky, you're up. Let's do it. Thwacky got that Miracle Seed, so you know we gonna hit like a truck. I am completely fine with running into a Dreadnought right now. Like, easy mode. I mean, catching another Dreadnought is just good for the box, so... And it makes those daily missions easier to deal with. So I can just start sending a lot of mons out, getting items from it. So... Okay, which of you is stronger? 110 and 90... Lowers your special defense, but literally 2 moves have done the special save. So, max overgrowth. Let's do it. Quad effect. Stab, boosted by Miracle Seed, quad effective on a Dreadnought, which I don't think its special defense is anything really to sneeze at, but it's not the best. And the only reason Dreadnought is good is if you put speed and attack. That's really it. Alright, nice. Got a good old chunk of stats out of that, or a good chunk of HP, so can work with that. Thwacky, mess him up. Damn, over half in one hit. Next turn, you is dead. Unless we got 2 mons clicking Solar Beam right now. Alright, Assurance. Not the best. Max Rockfall. Bye, Weavile. Oh, are you Focus Sash? Nope, you weren't. Okay. Of all the mons on this side of the field that should have been Focus Sashed, I think... Oh, that's a Wishy-Washy, isn't it? Yo, Soul Rock, why are you dumb? And Liquidation's nice, but that's not a lot of damage. That was a crit. Oh my fucking god, that was a crit. Jesus. Oh, that's so bad. I mean, we're gonna kill it here, but like... That was so bad. That crit didn't even hardly make the bar move. Alright, get Dreadnought. I feel like Dreadnought should have evolved again. But then again, going from Choodle to Dreadnought, what do you really need to turn Dreadnought into? I think, actually, if you evolve Dreadnought again, Dreadnought with the Eviolite becomes a bit too tanky, whereas giving it an evolution, it's like, it really doesn't need it. So it's like, as much as I would have liked to see Dreadnought evolve again, the only reason Dreadnought should evolve again is to give Nessa a fair fighting chance. Because if you bring a Grass type into her gym, she just falls over. Ooh, Waterfall and Scald. Nice. I mean, I'm not going to use any of them right now, but... Yo, it's my ace in the hole here, man. Like... Alright, I think there was one more on this side of the water. Maybe? There were a bunch on this side, but I don't think we have any more. I'm not seeing any rays of light over this side, so... If we don't have anything... Oh, there's one more over here, okay. I see you. I mean, we're already back up to near 3k watts, so... Easily gonna be knocking out some bike upgrades. I mean, we need 5k, I think, for the next one. Alright, Ninkata. Let's swap to... Probably Actually, Dreadnought, because you're bug ground, so Water Rock should do a good amount of work. So let's go in. Let's do it. I want to make Dreadnought my freaking picture, but I don't think it'll let me. So... Let's do it, Dreadnought. And then Kata's smiling over there, just like, you guys think you can beat me? It's like, I have a rock type. You will die. Intimidate Quillfish, nice. What else do we got in the middle? Couldn't see because Dreadnought's taking up half the screen, but... Quillfish, oh, it's a throw. Alright, let's go Max Geyser. It'll probably do at least half. So let's just hope we bop this thing real right and quick. Oh, that just died. Nice. Alright, let's catch this thing. It's a Ninkata. I'm gonna still throw a Great Ball at it just to keep with the trend. So let's friggin' do it. And one to two. Unta 3. Ka-ching. It's a Ninkata. I shouldn't have to worry about catching a Ninkata, but... Like I said, I'm just gonna do a quick little loop around here. If I don't get... If there's no more... Oh, I got a star piece. Nice! Alright, so let's see. One Ninkata battled and one caught, so... 100% catch rate on Ninkata so far. I don't think... Actually, okay, there's another Dynamax down over here, so let's check it. Hey, Roselia, screw you. I already have your shiny. Alright, if I can get one more den just to go back above 3k, it'll just be for my own OCD. Alright, let me cut through. That's a Metapod. Don't really care about these mons. Alright, we're above 3k. Like I said, I'm not trying to do this all day, just running around these dens. So we're going to go back to Rookie D. So let's go back to here. I'll heal up my team, and then we'll go back to hunting Rookie D. So let's get healed up here. As much as I know, I think the better... I think I saw A-Drive and a bunch of other people using the strat, like, the other side of this town. I like using this end just because the little loop I can make is a lot better for me. Alright, and actually, while we're here, I'll take a quick peek at the boxes of what we got, since we did catch a couple of mons, so... Silicobra, or Silicobra, Brutal Swing, Bulldoze, Headbutt, Glare, not bad. Nickit was there. Beware, level 27, god damn. Tackle, Brutal Swing, Takedown, and Bind. Ooh, you're Brave-natured? I think that's Brave. Is plus attack minus speed? Yeah, okay. And then not too... I mean, most of the mons we have are neutral for the most part. You're... I forget what that nature is. This is the opposite of what you'd run with an optimal Chansey. Neutral... I forget what that is. Neutral. Alright. It's the same thing as Nickit. You're... Ooh! Oh, Adamant would be so much better. I like the nature I've got, though, in comparison. I mean, that attack stat is nice, but... I mean, it's only one level up, but it's got 5 points on attack. And 69 speed to 52 speed, so you probably have a worse... Actually, let me check those jobs. See if I can do any better... See if I can... Or if I can actually fill the requirements on those jobs. Oh, I sent mons already. Of course, the Rock-type one after I just caught a Rock-type. I just caught myself a Dreadnought, so... Whatever. Is what it is. So let's get back to hunting some Rookidee. And actually, I'm gonna... You know what? Am I actually connected to the internet? I don't think so. That might be why I wasn't finding anybody. Service is currently ongoing maintenance. Oh, fuck you. Of course it is. Of course you are. Alright, just do the lap, same as we've always done it. Start from the bottom, work our way up. Get Rookidee. Start with a Rookidee. Rookidee's nuts. Got him. Sorry, I'll just go back to 2007 with that joke. But we'll make it do. So let's get... You gotta get this chain started up again, I think. So I think you need to get above 25. Because we already have the 500 encounters. So... Ooh, Aura. Nice. That's... I think these usually give like 129 watts. So... Let's make it do what it do. We shall make it work. If not, then it is what it is. But we'll make it work. So let's get this rolling. 129 watts, yeah. So we're still safely above 3k. Oh, Rookidee. So let's get it in there, Rookidee. Let's start messing them up. You know what I mean. Alright, Rookidee. You got Rookidee. I mean, I don't think the squad's gonna get up to 30 today. We're probably gonna be hanging the levels we're at. Yep, give me that Rookidee, because I didn't want to run into Squirvet. Let's get another one. And another one. one more Rookidee. So I think that's what, number 3? Oh, there's another one. I think all it's going to do is getting to the higher odds. It's going to force the game to, like, a 33% chance to keep rolling for a shiny, so. And once we get the shiny, we'll get the shiny. So, get that shiny and do a nice old hit. 1 up on the board, and keep on ready rolling here. Nice. Actually, I can check, because I've only been using Brutal Swing, and I know it's been outgoing, so. It sucks the Dynamax raids don't give you experience, but at the same point, if they did, it would be kind of broken. Alright, so this is number 6 in our chain. So that is very, very nice. Alright, there's a Wooloo. Put another Rookidee over here. Nope, Squove it. I mean, it'll be nice. Like, this route is going to be one I'll probably hunt to for Squove it, just because it's going to be busted. I feel like, knowing my dumbass, the reason you shouldn't shiny hunt on this route is probably it's like shiny lock or something, but I've seen people get shinies on this route. So, it shouldn't be impossible to get a shiny. It's just probably my bad luck. And I'm not doing, like, how some people are doing, like, a shiny per badge without the shiny charm. I'm just doing this, like, I'm going to do a couple of hunts before I finish the game, just to get it done. Or just to, like, just for the sake of doing it. So, because, I mean, I've been shiny hunting the last few years, so doing a few hunts right now like this is not so bad. Plus, first time I can actually throw up on my damn TV and not have to worry about it, but that is just me. So there's a Brutal Swing. Let's make it rock and roll. What is that? What is that? So, alright, let's keep rolling. I mean, once I run out of Brutal Swings, that's technically the max chain that I need. So I don't need to kill any more Rookidee after that. I could technically just run away from them once I get that chain, but I'll take the... I mean, it's not giving much experience, but I'll take it. Actually, no, I need to go half of my first impressions. I thought that was... I thought frickin' Brutal Swing was 25. Whoopsie. But take what we can get. Alright, let's check, make sure before I leave this spot that that's why you check it. That's why you wait for that spawn, because you get 1 extra one without having to do a lap. That's what helps. So, without further ado, we will kill this one, and we're just about halfway to the next max chain, so... Which, I don't know if the chain kept going, because we fought other Mons, since we did those Dynamax raids, so... I don't know. Ooh, nice. Thanks for making this game quick, dude! Just boom, 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 boom. Give me them Rookidees. Well, you can do this with shinies, you know, just bam, 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 bam. I feel like statistically there should be one person on this planet that picks up a Pokemon game, fresh out of the box, and goes the entire way, beginning to end, only running into shinies. That, if I was that person, I would be ecstatic. Especially seeing as, you know, I'm going for the living deck, so if you're going for this and say you only get 100 wild encounters in the whole game, but they are 100 unique Mons, and are, like, each of them is different and they're all shiny, hell yeah, I would be happy. Like, your starter, first encounters, all of them, all the way through. You know somebody would call you a hacker, but it's like, if you legitimately did that and made it all the way through and did it, that would be clean. I would 100% say that is awesome. So, easily a good thing. So, let's see. Where is another Rookidee? Did you spawn one down here? Nope, that's a Wooloo. I mean, I like Wooloo's design, or Wooloo's shiny, because it is the nice little black sheep, but I haven't seen Squovit's, and I feel like Squovit goes like a red-pink. Like, I feel like it doesn't change much. I mean, I know I've seen Rookidees to Corviknight. Well, I've seen Rookidee and Corviknight. I haven't seen Corvisquires. But, and I saw Zigzagoons, Linoons, and Obstagoons, where they all got that red and blue kind of going on, so. Alright, let's see, what do we got over here? Any more? Nice. Rookidee. Probably could just hop off the bike and do those encounters, but I like staying on the bike because then I can get that nice flow. It keeps everything moving at top speed, too, so... I mean, it would be nice to run in a bunch of these Rookies if they all had the aura, so I could start building up my wattage. But I'll live without it. It ain't the end of the world. So let's see. Do I get another Rookidee spawned in before I leave? Nope. Alright. Boost it. Alright, there's a Nickit. Ooh, speak of Rookidees with aura. There we go. Alright, let's get this rolling. And I'm going to answer the question right now to anybody who watches this later and will probably ask it. I'm not going to shiny hunt every single mon in Sword and Shield. Now, you might be looking at me going, what? Why wouldn't you do that? You're going to go for all these other shinies. I'm going for the shinies I don't already have. So when it gets to the point where I'm shiny hunting... Like, once I get the shiny charm, I'm going to be doing more of the hunts I just need to get to finish the living dex. Which, of course, once Pokemon Home comes online, I will make a small video. I'll probably make a decent length video knowing how many shiny I get. That'll show you guys each and every single shiny that I have. So, all of them, old gens all the way up to new, I'll make a video showing everything I have legitimately hunted. So that way there's no... This way it also saves me time, because if I want to go for the living dex, I'm not going to sit here and duplicate. Like, there's Caterpies and Grubbins in this game. I already have Caterpies' entire line, and I have Grubbins' entire line. So why would I do those lines again? Just to see the animation in this game? No, there's no point. Plus, they're a rare encounter anyway on this route. They might be common somewhere else, but for the sake of clearing it route by route, there's no reason to do it that way. So that's why I'm kind of not going to do it that way. And that might upset some people and be like, well, if you're going to go for the shinies, why not go for all of them, you know? Like, you're playing Sword and Shield, you might as well get Sword and Shield's money for it. It's like, no. I'm playing Sword and Shield because I want to get the living dex done. And just because there's no national dex just means I can't dump all of my mons into these games and do it that way. So, it sucks, but that's how it's going to be. So I'll stand by my principle of I'm not going to hunt everything just because, like I said, I don't want duplicates, and if I don't have to, I'm not gonna. Like right now, Rookidee is maxed out, and I'm not going to do this the way some people would do it, where if Corvisquire was in the wild somewhere, they would just go and hunt for Corvisquire to get Corvisquire's dex thing done. And since Corviknight is in the wild area as a potential spawn, you'll hunt against Corviknight to do that. No, I'm going to hunt 3 Rookidee because they're low level, they're easy to kill, and it's a quick it's a quick hunt. I'm not sitting here waiting for 20 minutes for a Corviknight to spawn in. I'm not waiting a long time for Corvisquire to come in. Which, yes, there's probably ways to do it like how I'm doing it here with the bike, and just bike around and come back. Bike around and come back. But I'm doing it the same way I did it for every single game I've shiny hunted, where I hunt the lowest level that I possibly can, just for easy encounters, easy knockouts if I have to, which I do. And it's just going to make my life easier. So, I mean, like I said, if I get the Rookidee today, I'm probably going to try not to shiny hunt as much as I can until Aaron and I get back to going online with what we're doing. So, I mean, when Tuesday rolls around, I'm going to focus heavy into plot. Like, Aaron and I are going to come right back in, probably knock out another 2 gyms at least, get that done, and then work it from there. So, I mean, Aaron's already played through the entire game, got through the champion battle on his version of Sword, since he's playing Shield for live. But his version of Shield, he's already gone through and beaten the champion, so it's like, he don't care. But me, it's like, I haven't done the champ. I haven't gotten past, I think, the 6th gym yet, between either copy, so everything after that point is new. Like, the farthest I think I got was getting the new bike. It was getting the water bike upgrade. That's it. I don't think I got far past that, if at all. So, to me, shiny hunting is going to take first and foremost after I beat the game, is just going to be sit down, run through the whole darn thing. Just get it all done. So, And for people that'll probably be like, all the haters that'll tell me, like, oh, why don't you... I mean, I've gotten this question before, even out of Aaron and another friend of ours, Nick. Both of them asked me, why don't I just hack in the shinies? It's like, why would I bother hunting them then? Like, why hunt any of them? If I'm just gonna hack them in, there's no point in hunting anything. Because, let's say if I wanted to hack into this game and give myself 3 shiny Rookies, what's the point in hunting anything else in the game? Just hack them in. To me, it's more about the journey that I'm going on with this. Like, I've been doing this pretty much since high school, for at least the last 3 years. I don't plan on stopping that anytime soon. I'm still going to keep hunting. I'm still going to get every single shiny that I can get. Is it going to be efficient? Probably not. Is it effective? Depends on your method of... Depends on your ideology of how the definition of effective works. But to me, if I sit down and... Even if, like, per week, if I could get, 400 encounters a week on any shiny, on any Pokemon. Like, since right now in Omega Ruby I'm breeding Bidoof. I'm going for Hoppip in Soul Silver. I'm hunting Rookidee in here. If I can go... I mean, Rookidee, if I can go, like, 300 encounters on Rookidee, then I consider that a win. If I can go 8 boxes of Bidoof, which there are 30 mons in a box times 8 is 240 Bidoof. That's a win. Hoppip, if I can get 80 encounters per Super Repel, which is 200 steps, so the math is a little funky on that, but if I can do that, I'll still be happy. And even if I don't get the shinies, it's getting the numbers, which statistically put the encounters in your favor. As in, the more times you're rolling the odds, the more times it should land in your favor. And you can argue, like, well, you can go for 1,000 encounters, but if you don't get anything, then what? And it's like, well, that's simple. It's a game of zeros and ones. The more times you force the game to check which 0 and which 1 lines up, the more chances you are going to get to work it out. Because if I only did 1 Rookidee today and said, okay, well, this is the only Rookidee I'm hunting at all, I'm done after this, then I would need to keep at this for, like, the next 8 years to statistically be able to get the shiny Rookidee. But if I go 200 today, 200 tomorrow, 200 the next day, who knows when the shiny is going to pop up? I mean, the shiny could pop up on this Rookidee. It didn't. Would it have been nice? Yes. Would it have fit my argument? Kind of. But you might as well go, like, if you're going to do something, don't half-ass it. And that's kind of like a goal for, like, it's kind of like a life message type thing. Where it's like, if you have the chance to do something once, that, if you can do it once and get it done easy, why not do it more than that if it's able to get it better? To put it more in your favor. Like, if you're studying for a test, you're not going to study one question at a time every day for 30 days until the test. What's the point? You're going to stall yourself out and get nowhere, really. But if every day you studied, like, if you got 30 questions, study 10 a day. 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. And then you look at it and it's like the next day. Then you get to that 4th day in the cycle. And it's like, alright, well, now what do you do? Well, it's simple. You just do it again. You start over. You do another 10, and another 10, and another 10. Maybe change it up this time around. I wasn't the best with studying in school, so I wouldn't really fit that. Because to me, my brain shut off and deleted. My brain was like a freaking garbage compactor. The more you put in it, the more it just deleted. Like, I would sit there and it's like, if I don't study for it, it was funny. There were tests that I actually had teachers that were nice enough when I asked them if I stayed after school to retake that test the same day. So, like, if I had a test in, like, a math test, 10 questions. First time I didn't study for that, if I studied for that test on the first attempt, I would pull out, like, a 70. But then I would go the entire rest of the day, not talk to anybody about math, not do anything related to it. Take that second test later in the day to retake it, I would get a better grade on the retake. Because I didn't put anything else into my head for math. And it sounds weird because, there are teachers probably clawing at their desks ready to punch in their keyboards, tell you, no, studying is more effective than doing anything else. It's like, studying does not work for my brain. I don't know why. I walk into a test and it's quite literally the meme of studies for 10 hours before the test, knows everything. Sit down at the test and you see SpongeBob come out of your head and go, licking doorknobs is illegal on other planets. And it's like, SpongeBob, fuck you. What is my name? So, and as funny as that is, that shit happens to me more often than not. Like, I was the dumb... I remember one test I completely fucking bombed because I tried staying up really late. Which for me, normally I was in bed in like high school, I generally went to sleep around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I stayed up till like 2 in the morning, which I didn't normally do. Like maybe on the weekends I would try that. But first thing in the morning, like 6 a.m., like probably, I think the classes were like 7 in the morning for high school. So I got on the bus and passed out next to a buddy of mine. Like, I was dead. I sat there, boom, head against the back, passed out. He had to wake me up when I put my headphones in. Like, he woke me up when we got to school and like the bus started getting let out so he could get out. But I got into the class, kept my head awake long enough to, like, stay alive. And the teacher starts handing out the test. And it's geometry, so it's a pain in the ass. As far as I was concerned, I didn't like geometry, because it was just stupid. You had those stupid, like, 2-column proof bullshits. Hated it. Anyways, I'm sitting there, and this test was, like, a front and back 4 to 5 page test. So I'm sitting there, and, of course, the teacher, I'm not going to say who it was, and I'm not going to say, like, what high school it was. Teacher was not, he was a good guy, but a bit of a dick when it came to being a teacher. As in, I sat there, and I sat next to my buddy, Ed. Smart fucking kid. Kid was a brilliant fucking kid. I sat next to Ed, and literally took the test, did the front, did the back, turned it in. That's all I thought the test was. I didn't see there was a fucking staple in that test. So I thought the test was front and back, and it was real quick. And it was easy. I sat there, boom, boom, got it done. I'm sitting there, I turn the test in. Teacher does not say a fucking word. Nothing. Not at all. Now, granted, I was in the middle between... I had my smart buddy Ed on my left, and the stupid kid in the class behind me. Like, that kid was always screwing everything up in math. He couldn't get something right to save his life. No, everybody was looking at me like, what in the hell? And I was so damn groggy, I didn't see anything. So you would think, normally, teacher would see somebody turning in the test, you know, it's a 40-minute class, and within the first 10 minutes, this kid is done, and the smart kid hasn't even flipped the fucking page yet. There's no way I should be done. Not even close. I should still be stuck on my name. Teacher didn't think to ask me, like, hey, are you sure you want to turn this in? He did nothing. He sat there. Said not a fucking word. The next day, the test came back graded. I got an F. I sat there looking at it. I was like, what? Why did I get an F? And no one at all the rest of the day mentioned anything about that test to me. I looked, and I saw in the upper left corner there was a fucking staple. And then as soon as I flipped open the first page, the teacher put red slashes through everything. Now, of course, you would think a teacher like that would ask, like, see me after class or something, we'll figure something out. After class, I stayed a little bit after, let everybody else clear out the room, and I asked her, I was like, look, is there a way I can come back and, like, can I just take this test later today after school? No. That's it. That's your grade. And in my head, I was like, dude, you see I didn't even do half the fucking test. And I even told him, like, it wasn't that I was intentionally trying to get an F. I wasn't just trying to get this done to get it done. Like, I was trying my best to get it done. And funny enough, everything I did, except for, like, 2 questions out of the 10, I got right. So clearly, had I done the rest of the test, I would have passed. Nah, you get the F. I got, like, a 20. Because I missed, like, a huge fucking chunk of the test. And I walked out, and of course, my buddy Ed was best friends with the frickin' teacher, because they played Magic together. And of course, Ed and I went down the hall a bit, and I was pissed. And Ed looked at me, and he was laughing. And he was like, well, what if I try talking to him? I'm like, dude, don't even waste your fucking breath. He's clearly going to be a dick about it. Like, that was an asshole move. I explained everything to him that I tried studying for a really long time before the test. And you could see I was groggy when I came in, because I didn't say a word to anybody. And normally I'd be like, morning, morning, morning. You know, I'd be like the halfway cheery guy in the morning. Nah, he said, fuck you. You get that 20 and you enjoy it. And I sat there and I was just like, okay, thanks. You know, I really enjoy being here. And honestly, I wanted to fucking call him out and be like, well, thanks for actually not teaching us shit, because you're playing cards in the back with Ed for half the class, but whatever, I didn't throw him under the bus. I wanted to and I really could have, but it's like, fuck that, it's so stupid. And of course, then I had, my dad got a friend of the family who taught his, it's kind of like a weird dynamic that I gotta explain for how I've ended up passing geometry, but I did pass it. gave that teacher the middle finger on the way out, too, because I didn't like him. Like I said, he was a good guy, shitty teacher. He was happy he got his tenure, and that was about it. But, I mean, I sat there. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't the best student. But I did try to put my best effort into at least pass the class. I always tried to get at least a 70 to an 80. So I wouldn't come home and get bitched out by my parents for why, you know, how'd you barely pass this class? And my dad always called some of this shit the bird course. He called geometry a bird course. I was like, fuck you ain't sitting through geometry. It's horse shit. You sat through geometry back when they were probably inventing it. Like, they sat there inventing half these fucking shapes so you people could deal with them. But me, it's like, nope. Not even close. Or I think, no, there was another one, like Spanish. He told me it was a bird course. I stopped doing Spanish after sophomore year, I think? Yeah, sophomore year was when I stopped doing Spanish, because the class wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't a hard... It's not... I kind of agree that it was a bird course, but it wasn't... I just couldn't connect with Spanish at all. That was just some... Like, for me, trying to learn Spanish, I could not do it. I had crappy handwriting, so you couldn't even read it when I wrote it in English, let alone trying to jumble everything together for Spanish. But teachers were always... For the most part, my teachers were nice. So I didn't really have any grief with that, because most of them understood, like, hey, these kids are taking it because they're forced to take Spanish. Like, they're forced into a foreign language, and you got two options between French and Spanish. So which one do you want to suffer through the least, you know? Like, I mean, most of my friends ended up picking French. But since the school kind of made it so you had to split up and make it even, after a certain point of people wanting to take French, they said, no, you're taking Spanish. And, like, even if you signed up for French, if your name in the alphabet didn't fall in the right spot, or you didn't get the lucky bit of R and G, you got put in Spanish. I took Spanish because everybody told me that it starts harder and gets easier as you go along, whereas French was the reverse, where it starts easier and gets harder the more you get into it. But I didn't really work with Spanish much at all. Like, it's... I mean, I tried, but the reason I just didn't like Spanish was because my class... It was funny, it was kind of like the morning me from that math class was the morning me in that Spanish class. But at that point, school starts at 7. For me, Spanish was at like 9 o'clock. Like 9:30, somewhere in there. So I was awake enough by then, but I was still... I wasn't the most social person in high school. Like, I had my group of friends, but I didn't really branch too far outside of that. I had a few people, like, if I shared a class with them and I was cool with them, that's about where it went. But as far as everything else went, not much. It was funny. This one girl, I forget her name. I know her nickname was always Kay. But I don't know, like, what her actual name was. I assume it would probably be, like, Caitlin or something, but whatever. So, I mean, the teacher... Kay and I were the two polar opposites in that fucking room. Like, I was more of, like, the edgy teen, but I always wore, like, blue jeans and a band t-shirt with a hoodie. So I wasn't totally on, like, you know, the goth, emo, edgy type group. I was just outside of that crew, where I was nice enough with them, but I wasn't quite that dark. So I would sit there, and I was just always, like, the brooding, kind of angry, I want to get in, get this over with. Mainly because I wasn't too big a fan of Spanish. But, and she's sitting there, she's trying to be, like, the cartoon ray of sunshine, you know? It's all sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, all the good shit. And the teacher always tried to fucking sit her next to me to try and see if that would make me smile and laugh a bit. And it was funny, because I remember one group project that the teacher, at first, for the first couple of days of the project, she was the kind of teacher that liked to throw the wild card into the game to see what would happen, how everybody would react to it. Well, what she did was, everybody got paired off, because the class, I think we had like 20 kids in it, or 22, so everybody got paired off in twos. And it was a generally even split between guys and girls. I didn't really have any friends in the class other than Cody and a couple of the goth kids, the 1 or 2 goth kids that were in there. But everybody got paired off, for the most part. Like, I worked with Cody the first couple of days, and Cody wasn't the smartest kid. But Cody was a good worker, so that's why I picked him. So I'm sitting there, Cody and I are doing our work, and then all of a sudden, we get to, like, day 2 out of 6 with this fucking project. And all it was, like, translating a news article or something into English, or from Spanish to English, or English to Spanish, something like that. Teacher literally looks at the class and goes, "All right, changing things up here." And I was like, and everyone's looking around like, what, what are you doing? She's like, "All right, you know, I got all your names in a hat. We're picking names and let's go." And of course, somebody's got a call right now as I'm trying to tell a story, which ruins everything. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, let's get back into the game. Let's get back to story time. So, of course, everybody's sitting there. We're like 2 days into this project. And everybody is just, what are you doing throwing a wild card in? Pull the names out of the hat. And she looked at us and was like, alright, everybody pick a name out of the hat. And this is going to be who your new partner is. Now, of course, I hate people. I really fucking do. Alright, so of course pharmacy won't stop calling and just leave a message. But, so anyways, gotta pull a name out of the hat. That's who your new partner's gonna be. Now, there's 22 kids in the room. So everybody knows this teacher's gonna try and pull something. She always like picks, she tries to put me and Kay together at every possible chance. So she has, of course, she goes around the room lining everybody up. And she skips over me and Kay. Puts us like at the end of the group. So everyone in the room is going, oh jeez, what's the store for these two? Like, because she thought that the two of us are, like, everybody thought either we're going to get paired up or something's going to happen. And of course, I was the brooding, angry son of a bitch that was just like, you know what? I looked at her, I'm like, just do it, pull the trigger, get it over with. And then Kay was all happy because she was naive as hell, didn't know what the hell was going on. She never did. It's like the 10th fucking time we got paired up in a group. So finally, teacher looks at us and is like, alright, Jack, Kay, everybody else has been paired up. Everybody, pick your names, move your spots, there's your new group. She pulls the two of us aside and goes, you two are going to work together. And I know you're probably not going to like it, but this is what's going to be. I looked at her and I'm like, can I just work alone? And then Kay got all offended because I said it loud enough for the entire room to hear. And everybody knew what was going on at that point. And the teacher was like, well, I mean, you can, but the project's going to be a lot harder. And then I looked over at Cody because the teacher, of course, decided to say that you guys had to either, like, one of you got to keep your project, and the other, like, you basically, if you took your project to the other group, the other person in the group had to keep their project. It was kind of weird. It was trying to, like, avoid making someone lose all their work, but it was supposed to be a fair diplomatic setup so that you were both getting a say in who kept the project, or whoever did the more work kept it. I looked at Cody, and I asked him if I could keep the project. And he was like, sure, the one that I got, the girl he got put in a group with was smart as hell, so he took her project. Since she was 90% done, we were like 60. So, and Kay was distraught because, oh my gosh, someone said no. Her little bubble must have thought everybody was happy, sunshine, rainbows, and shit. Yeah, she's worked with me before, and she knows I sat by myself, put my headphones in. We split the project down the middle, I got my entire side of the project done, and if she didn't get hers done, then I would help get hers done so that it was done on time. But I was a quick worker, so for me, if you gave me a 6-day deadline, I'd be done with my half of the project by day 2. Like, day 1 would be sit down, like, I'd spend day 1 splitting it half and half. Like, how do I get this done versus getting it done? And then day 2 would be pretty much finishing up what I didn't get in day 1 and just done. She was a bit of a slow one. She was like most high schoolers. You'd hear a 6-day deadline, wait until day 5 to start working on it. So I finished our project and all that, and then I got done, and the teacher decided that since she and I were in a group, we would have to present. Well, frickin' Kay had 50% of her project done that she was doing, since we both agreed we were going to work on our own, after she cried for about 15 minutes because she didn't want to be alone in a partnered project where everybody else got to be partnered up. So, of course, she looks at me and sees my project is done and wants me to just present it. I look at her, I looked over at the teacher, I was like, can I go to the bathroom? Yeah, sure, you feeling alright? And I'm like, I might be in there a while. I gave her the project, I literally, like, pushed it into her chest as the project was done, and I'm like, since we're in a group, can she present while I'm out, since I'm probably going to be a while? Yeah, sure. I came back, and of course, the girl had no clue what I wrote. She had no clue. Any of the notes I'd written, any of it. She couldn't read it because it was handwritten. But when I came back from the bathroom after about 20 minutes, the teacher looked at me and was like, wow, you really did put a lot of effort into your project. So I'm giving you guys an A. And the girl, she was naive. I mean, I'll give her credit. She was an honest student. She told the teacher, no, don't give me an A for this. I just presented what he did. So give him the A. And then the teacher was like, well, what about your project then? She's like, well, can we average them out and give me like a B? And the teacher was like, well, let me see your project, because if it's actually decent, then I'm going to give you like a decent grade for it. And the teacher picked up the project, looked at it, saw it wasn't even halfway done, was like, yeah, you can take a B. And granted, high school me, to everybody outside of my circle of friends, I was the major asshole. You didn't want to work with me because I was probably in a bad mood. But what was always nice was when people would unexpectedly get paired with me. Like, senior year, I had a class in, it was kind of a graphic design class. I think it was no, it wasn't sports marketing. It was like a typing class, but the teacher that taught that class did a lot of, like, the sports marketing stuff, which I had him earlier in the typing class was all year round, but the sports management was the first half of the class. Like, the first half of the year. So, I took his class, and it leads into my typing class thing. So, this all kind of, I'm trying to make it so it makes sense. But in the sports management class, the quote-unquote final project we had to do was taking the chapter out of the textbook that we never used, because the teacher didn't like using textbooks, was you take a chapter from that book, put it in at least a 10-slide PowerPoint, and just make it work. Like, make it so everybody wants, like, they get the gist of it, but they want to learn what was in that chapter. So you have to make it educational but fun. That was his kind of way of doing things. I loved him for it. So, of course, sports management class, we got paired up. It was like, there were like 4 or 5 seniors in the class, and everybody else was like sophomores and freshmen, and a couple of juniors. So I'm sitting there, and I got my buddy Dom next to me, and of course the teacher randomly selected from the attendance list, just like RNG, you got who you got. So I got paired with a sophomore or a junior, I think. I forget what grade the kid was in. But he was a football player, I was a volleyball player. So, and at our school, for the most part, you were divided at your sports. Like, football players were on the upper league of their own, public American high school. So, they were treated like gods for the most part. But me as the volleyball player, I wasn't held too high unless the teachers liked me, which that guy did. So I sat down, and of course, I had to stay after school for practices and stuff, because you had like a 9-period day. 10th period was the study hall, was like you're staying after school, and then after that was your sports time, usually. Your sports, theater, whatever you had then, if you were doing it. So I would always stay after, and the entire time we were doing that project for, I think he gave us like 2 or 3 weeks to do it, I stayed after school in his room, so that I could have him help me out with the project. Now this teacher, oh man, you were awesome. If you ever see one of these streams, you were an amazing you and Pierre were the 2 best teachers I've ever seen. Because, oh man sat down, and I picked a computer that was right in front of his desk. So he could literally sit there and he could wheel his chair up next to me and help me design it. Now, the only issue that Oman put on the PowerPoint was you had to do the presentation in at least 5 minutes. So if you were any less than 4 minutes, he threatened to dock your grade for however many, every 30 seconds you were below the 5-minute mark, that was where you started running into issues. So, first time I did it, I got my 10 points, my 10 PowerPoint slide, and I made it, it was perfect in those 10 slides. So, of course, I sat there, and he was like, well, try to present it then. Let's see how we do presenting it. So, of course, I go up to the front of the room there, and he threw my PowerPoint up on the screen. And the way he did it was he'd always have somebody sitting back at the desk, so you'd have to say, next slide, please, or if you knew the person back there, you could give, a little hand signal or something, or just give him a thumbs up to keep moving. Because he didn't have a remote to flick the slides with. So, I sat there, and the first time I went through those 10 slides, I went, and of course I tried to stop, give it a few seconds to act like if anybody has any questions before I move to the next slide, speak now or forever hold your peace, that sort of nonsense. I ended up doing those 10 slides in not even 2 minutes. So, of course, then Oman and I are sitting down, and he's like, well, you'll probably get more time if somebody asks a question. So, right now, if we safely double it, because if you don't fit, you get as long as your PowerPoint would go to. So I sat down, and of course, by the end of, the first day of staying after school, and we had 2 weeks left to work on the damn thing, I was already at a 20-slide PowerPoint. which you would say, wow, that's doubling it. Don't you think that's a little overkill? Well, when I went and doubled it, and what O-Man did was he sat down and he sat there and he made a timer that would stop for 30 seconds after I would ask, are there any questions about this slide? So he would start the timer as soon as I finished that, give it 30 seconds, done. And then he would look at me and I'd see out of the corner of my eye the screen would switch. So I would start the next slide, go through that, ask any more questions, keep going through that. And then I got to the end of it, and it's like, does anybody have any questions about it? Because you were supposed to split the chapter in half. Well, the guy I worked with and I didn't actually split it in half, we just did the full chapter. So, the two of us did the full chapter, everybody else split it up, which kind of worked out. Because then, then you'd think, okay, so the 10 slides took 2 minutes, so 20 slides should take 4 minutes. Nope. Only took 3. So I sat there, and he and I sat down, and we were like, well, what if you make it take a little longer? Like, add some transitions to it, but you'll still have to extend it a bit. Long story short, by the end of the first week of me just staying after school and working on the project with him, we had a 50-slide PowerPoint, transitions the whole 9 yards, and that whole thing took me 5 minutes to present. Now, you would think 10 slides a minute. That's a bit nuts. But what I did was I took half the information out of those other slides and expanded it a bit. And I would put pictures, I would put transitions, it was the whole fucking 9 yards with this PowerPoint. It was awesome. It's the best PowerPoint I'd ever put together. Probably only the first time I'd used PowerPoint, too. But he looked at it, and he said, if you can pull this thing off and get it presented, you will be golden. Because, I mean, he saw how much effort I was putting into it. I stayed after every single day, because I had volleyball, so I needed to stay anyway. But I stayed with him, I put in all sorts of effort. I even had the teacher next door, Pierre. He was helping out. Like, he would give critiques on the PowerPoint, since he did stuff like that, too. Even though he taught the accounting classes more often. But he'd look over, since they were next to each other, he knew kind of the criteria that O-Man was looking for. And he even looked and said, well, I mean, this is good. I would improve this, I would tweak this, maybe move this down a little bit, make that picture a little bigger. You know, see if you can get a better color for the background. And boom. That's what I did. So the day comes to present it. I was a fucking jackass the day I presented it, because I didn't think that... I had Chapter 2 from the textbook. So the way he did it was you went down the order. You know, you went Chapter 1, 2, 3, all the way to the end. So we go to present it, and Chapter 1, the two guys that did Chapter 1, they took 10 minutes apiece, or like 10 minutes total. So they, 5 minutes, done. They were done with their 10 slides, got it done. So, O-Man looks at me and the guy who I was presenting with, and he looks at the two of us and goes, alright, who's going first? And I look over at the other guy, and the other guy hadn't even finished his yet. Because he was still, like, he was getting the last slide together, like the last couple of slides. So I'm sitting there, and I look at him like, alright, fine. You know what? I got mine ready, I'll go first. Mine's ready to go. So, of course, teacher throws it up on the screen. And now, granted, I had at least 20 minutes left in that class by the time we got to my presentation. I didn't even finish going through slide 20 by the time the fucking bell rang. And the way O-Man made sure that nobody was like cheating and looking at a watch or setting a timer on their phone, he told you, leave your phone at your desk, off. Like, if you shut it off, it has to be off. You're not allowed to wear a watch. Your back was to the clock. So you were not allowed to turn around and look at the clock. So I sat there, I went through I got through like maybe slide 17 out of 50. And everybody in the room, I mean, it wasn't like everybody was loving it, but everybody was like, they were getting into it. A couple people were asking questions. You know, I was looking around the room, making sure I made eye contact with everybody. You know, like, hey, you in row 3, seat 2, this slide's for you. And like going through all that, you know, the usual public speaking nonsense. And I'm not a public speaker at all. But I did that, and of course, I did that presentation on a Friday. So I got halfway through, and I remember at the end of the class when we all heard the bell ring, O-Man looked over at me, because he sat up front with you to kind of like give support to the people that aren't the best public speakers. So he would help you try to like push some points along. Well, he looked at me and he's like, alright, so we're going to try and finish this on Monday then, and hopefully we won't have to go 3 classes on this. Well, the next week, I got hit with the flu. I was down the entire week. Wasn't even out of bed until like Saturday that week. Just kicked in the dick with the flu. I woke up Sunday morning, barely got out of bed. Monday, couldn't even move. I was like, Mom, I'm not going to school. I feel like shit. And that was, like, just after volleyball season ended, so I didn't have to worry too much about, like, missing games or practices. So she was like, oh, alright, okay, fine, whatever. I mean, if you feel up to it, then if you can get out of bed, that's your call, you don't have to, blah, blah. I was bedridden the entire week. Didn't even get up. So finally, then the next week rolls around, and we cleared a ton of the PowerPoints by then. Oh man, when I got to his class, it was like middle of the day. And old man's looking at me, he's like, yo, like, what happened? I missed you for a week. Because he made the joke since I was the guy who was, like, he trusted me to go back there and flip the slides for people for other than my own presentation. And I'm sitting there, and I looked at him like, this is the first chance I've gotten healthy since the flu. And, like, this is, like, the first couple of days I've been out of bed. And he looks at me, he's like, hey, take it easy, take your time, you're good, don't worry about it. And I had another class with him, that typing class. So I had to start making up all that work. Well, oh man, that's why I loved him as a teacher. He was fucking awesome. The guy gave me an extension on all the work in his class, so I could use his class to get some of my other work done. And granted, the work I had to do in his class didn't take long anyway. Like, the work I had in his class took me maybe 20 minutes to get a whole week's worth of stuff done that people were still working on from that week. I mean, I knocked it out, nailed it, destroyed it. And then I started working on all my other stuff. And then, of course, after I got done with that, once I started finally, get my head back on track from the flu, I'm sitting there, and he then says, well, we've got to do another PowerPoint explaining a topic to to the class. Like, you pick a topic you're interested in. Granted, it has to be school appropriate. And you have to make a PowerPoint of it. Like the same thing as the other one. 10 slides, 5-minute presentation, all that nonsense. Well, since I just finished the other PowerPoint in the other class, I asked him, would I be able to just, like, tweak that other PowerPoint then? Obviously, like, pulling out all the slides that were just, like, textbook definitions and all this other technical stuff. And he was like, yeah, sure. And since it was a sports-oriented thing, I tweaked it a bit and made it more of a volleyball thing. Now, the other thing he threw in with it was he wanted people to work he wanted you to work with somebody you never would really work with. As in, he wanted to try and bring the whole room together. Like, he was one of those guys that if you could sit around the campfire, you would have to sit next to somebody different every single time. He wanted everybody to be, like, nice, harmonious, everybody worked good, it was fun. Now, I got paired with a girl for that room who did not like me for some reason or another. I don't know why she didn't like me. I never talked with her before in my life. But she didn't like me because she probably thought I was... everybody thought I was teacher's pet. Well, it kind of helps when the teacher goes for a substitute... when the substitute has to come in and you didn't need... It wasn't a class that you'd actually have to teach. It was just the room ran itself. The teacher was just there, so legally the teacher was there. But the sub... He would always leave a note for the sub that would say, go to Jack if you need help with something. Or go to Jack if you have questions, or if you want to make it look better, something that would be up to my standards, you go to Jack. And he wasn't... I don't mean to say that last part as, like, he had an ego about it. He wanted you to make it, like, if you were making a poster, or I know one project we had to design a menu, like a Denny's menu. He wanted that to be, if you designed something, it wasn't just put it together, slap it up. It was make it look professional. Make it look like something, for the Denny's menu at least, that you would go into a Denny's and have the waiter or waitress put in front of you. Have them actually, like, you'd see it sitting there, Like, it's not going to be, like, you clearly wouldn't tell this is a high schooler's project. So, of course, I went all in on it, did all that sort of stuff. But with the PowerPoints, he knew I was going to do good. She must not have thought I was going to do good because I just talked about revamping another project. And so she, of course, same thing as with Kay. She came around the last couple of days of the project, the deadline, came over and asked me, hey, is there any way that I could get you to help me out? Like, can I, like, jump on your project and give you a hand with it or something? Like, she didn't really want to give me a hand with it, but I could hear her shit talking to me across the room the entire time. So, of course, I sat there and I was like, sure, you can come on and help. She didn't do shit. So, of course, then I'm sitting there, and the day comes to present it, and his thing was you only had to have one of you present it if you wanted to. If you wanted to do both, more power to you. Since I knew what was on my PowerPoint, I went up to present it. Now, this girl tried doing her own PowerPoint on the side, because she wanted to be in the group, but she also wanted to be separate, as in she wanted to see how mine was going to look, and then she'd want to jump on the coattails. So, course, I completely shit all over her. I did not give her... The day came, my PowerPoint... First time around with this PowerPoint that I didn't even finish presenting, got 110. 110 out of 100 for that PowerPoint. Mwah. Awesome. Then, this PowerPoint, which was basically the same but cut down a bit to put volleyball in. Since I was a volleyball player, I put more volleyball terminology, I put more effort into it to make it look like it was a volleyball kind of thing. You were watching a game instead of seeing a crappy text PowerPoint. So, I'm sitting there, and of course the last slide, she has the nerve to step up and ask, well, can I jump in and present it? Like, can I give you a hand here? Because it looks like you need me for something. I looked at her, and in the back of my head, I designed a slide just for her. And I was like, sure, you know what? Go ahead, knock your socks off. Go for it. She didn't know what was on that last slide. The teacher knew what was on that last slide and told me it was a bit harsh. But after I told him the entire situation of what she's been trying to do, just trying to ride the easy 100, why would I give her an easy 100? You know, she's got to work for it. I put on all the work on this, so why should she just come in and get it? The last slide was shitting all over her. And every slide on that PowerPoint, I put my name in like the bottom left corner. Very small font, but you could see my name was in there. The last slide, I put her name, and I just looked at her. I'm like, she claimed she wanted to do X amount of work. She never once talked to me until the second to last day, and now she's up here trying to present it. And it was funny because I didn't actually plan on her coming up to present it. It was just the stars aligned that she had the nerve to get up and ask to present it with me. So I looked at it and I was like, okay, sure. She was mad. She was crying. Her friends were mad at me. I got sent down to the principal's office after that. But what was funny, the principal was my coach. For when I was on the JV team, he was my coach. So I went down, I talked with him, and I explained the whole situation. And my coach, the vice principal coach at the time, or ex-coach technically, was a very understanding guy. He, like, 9 times out of 10, he would side with whoever. Since I was the asshole, normally he would have sided with the girl. But since the teacher and I gave the very clear details of everything that had happened up until then, he saw the rest of the PowerPoint. He saw the original PowerPoint that I took and edited to it. And he was like, you really did put in a lot of effort. I will say you did go over the line with how your treatment of her was at the end, but other than that, you were 90% in the right. Because it was not a forced group, necessarily. It was not... Like, she did do her own work, so it was clear that she had plans of doing her own work. But looking at the quality of the two projects, you could see mine was way above where it should have been, and hers was barely meeting the minimum. So, he said there was no punishment, but my only punishment was I had to go apologize to her for going so over the line, which I did. I was a kind enough guy to look at her and be like, hey, you should, as much as I'm apologizing right now, but you really should not judge a book by its cover. Because you didn't know who you were dealing with. If you had seen this beforehand and like stepped in to help, I wouldn't have gone as far. I wouldn't have gone near what I did. I did it to send a message, which clearly it got there a little overkill. So sorry, I went over the line. And she was nice enough after that, but of course I'm pretty sure that was more over. Please don't smear me. Don't smear me all over the road again. And we didn't really. I mean, I graduated a couple months after that, so I didn't really see her ever again. But it's like, you know what? That's a lesson about judging the book by its cover. Because I was the teacher's pet. You'd think... And I wasn't a teacher's pet. Like, I didn't bring him food or shit every day. I was a nice enough guy. He was an awesome teacher. So, that was it. Senior year was fun for me. Like, it was awesome. Played volleyball first half of the year. Awesome. Had amazing teachers for... I kept... Pieri and O'Lear were 2 teachers that I had the whole year. And Pieri has a whole other set of stories with him. But Oman... had some fun moments and stories in there. I had Oman for a bunch of classes when I was like freshman, sophomore in high school, but I didn't have him too much. I got him freshman year and then senior year. I didn't really do much with him, but then I got into Pieri's class, which I took accounting because I took accounting because I needed business credits to qualify for the advanced regents, which is just a glorified high school diploma. So. Since I passed Trig in junior year, barely, I qualified for it, so the counselor was trying to push me to it. And there weren't many classes I could take, so I took accounting, since Pieri's the one who taught it. So I'm sitting there, and of course, Pieri, I love him. He's an awesome guy. And it was around the same time I started doing the O'Lear stuff. But for volleyball, we typically had to get dressed up. Like away games, you went pretty business. You had dress shirts, ties, pants. If you had a belt, you did. If not, it wasn't the end of the world because it was high school. But with me, my thing was I always had band ties. Now, you might be looking at me going, what the hell's a band tie? I had a Kiss tie, which comes into play in a minute. I had AC/DC, I had Van Halen, I had an Avenged Sevenfold tie. I had, like, everybody else would wear, like, the plain red, plain black, you know, maybe go stripes or something like that. Nah. Me, this was high school. I'm going to stand out. I walked in to his class the one day wearing a Kiss tie, which had all the members of Kiss down the big, gigantic chunk of the tie. Now, what I didn't realize was Pierre had some friends that were die-hard Kiss fans. They would absolutely they would have killed me to take this tie off my neck and worn it themselves. So, of course, we're sitting there in accounting, and he didn't see me when I walked in the room. So I sat down, and my desk was, like, middle of the room, but his desk was, like, the back left corner of the room. So I'm sitting there, and, of course, he goes to walk up to the front, and I'm turned sideways to talk to my friends, because he's got, like, a bunch of rows of computers on the left and right side of the room, and 2 rows of desks in the middle. Well, all my friends were sitting in the desks in the middle, and since I just didn't get the lucky seat to sit with them, I sat on the side. He walked past me, saw me, and got ready to start teaching the lesson, and looked at me and was like, hang on, Jack, I need you to stand up for a second. And no one in the room knew what was going on. I didn't even realize what tie I was wearing, because all of mine were, like, pre-tied. So I'm sitting there, and he's like, I just need you to stand up for a second. He goes to the back of the room, he grabs his cell phone. And I'm sitting there in my head, I'm going, what the hell is he? Was he taking a picture to, like, this is what the ideal accounting student should look like? And he has me stand up, and then he has me hold the tie out a bit. Like, he has me, like, flatten out the tie so the picture could see it. And he's like, my friends would kill me if I did not get a picture of that tie. Where the hell did you get that? And I was like, my mom, I think, bought it online, or she might have bought it at Walmart or something. And he was like, and he sent it to his friends, and you could hear his phone buzzing in the back of the room. He must have sent that message out with his friend to his buddies that are diehard Kiss fans. He was like, this kid just walked in my room wearing a Kiss tie. What the hell? And you could hear bzz, 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 vibrating all across that desk. So everyone in the room is looking at me all confused, and I'm sitting there like, hey, this is part of the reason I wear the tie. I want to stand out, you know? Like, I'm the cool guy now. And, of course, that was a blast. Accounting was always fun, because the entire volleyball season, I came in wearing a different tie. Like, I had the Van Halen red and white, the red, white, black stripes, or the design pattern. Awesome. I had AC/DC's black and black on there. Avenged Sevenfold, I had the nice skull in the wings at the base of the tie, which was awesome. And, of course, after volleyball season, we get to the end of the year. Like, we get to, let's see, school year probably ended in it ended like mid-June. So, looking at March, we got our final project for accounting. I think it was March or April, one of those two, that we got a massive project. You got, like, 2 or 3 months to work on this thing. Which it basically was, here's an imaginary company, you're doing the accounting for them for, I think it was a year? Could be wrong, I think it was a year. But the way the project was supposed to be, you had 2 checks for the so you could see if your numbers were right. You had the halfway point and the end point, which the end point was supposed to be, once you did this, you turned your project in and that was done. Now, he told you what you got right or wrong, but that was basically the end of it. You couldn't fix it. What he did was he added 2 more checks in there for the quarter of the way mark and the 3/4 of the way mark, as well as the halfway, and a pre-check for the final. So you didn't have to turn it in when you did that. So, and of course, Aaron and I were in that class together. You know, the Aaron that's here with me on the channel. So we're sitting there, and we've got, like, we're sitting there in March or April. We've got through the last, like, through midway in June, I think. We got until, like, the 2nd week of June or something. Because he needed time to grade it, because it was a massive freaking project. So the sooner you got it in, the better it was for him. Well, Aaron and I are sitting there, and it was hilarious, because the way Aaron and I did it, we sat down, we split it up, you take evens, I'll take odds, and we belted through it. We were done with that entire project in 2 to 3 weeks. Like Aaron, when he turned his in on the end of that 3rd week, we even asked the teacher, because you had to use a certain software on the computer to add everything in together. I think. Or you had to use Excel to kind of like keep everything in order for the paperwork, so you're not going crazy. But we sat down, we did the whole thing then. And the way we did it was, Aaron and I went on like an alternating kind of turn-it-in system. Where, like, for the first quarter, since he and I had the same numbers, we would go, like, I would turn mine in, and we would tell him, like, since we were allowed to work in a group, we told the teacher, we told Pierre, we were like, hey, Aaron and I are working together, so whatever numbers I've got, he's got the same thing. So he checked mine, he's like, okay, you guys are good, go on to the next section. And you had to get them checked at that quarter, the halfway mark, the 3/4, and the final, just to make sure your numbers were staying on track. So you're not getting to the halfway point and going, well, some point between the beginning and now you've screwed up. Whereas at least if you got to the beginning, you could clip off all the beginning stuff in one area. If that was done, you're done with it. You don't have to go check those stuff again. So I checked the first, Aaron did the second, I did the third. The final rolled around, and Aaron and I had, like, we made minimal errors the entire way through. Everything was like, if it was an expense, we put it in the revenue. If it was a revenue, we put it in the expense. You know, we did like one of those towards like the end of the project because we were just trying to get it done. So we're sitting there and we go to turn it in at the end after we did the final check where he said we were missing something or like something was misplaced because we were close, but it might have been like a computational error or something. You know, something that wasn't major but major enough. So we're sitting there, and of course, we turn the project in. I have him turn it in, and Pierre tells us, right now, Jack, if you turned your project in, you would both get a 99. But since you've been putting so much effort in, if you get it right, if you turn yours in after getting that right, I'll give you the 100. And he told us what the number was supposed to be. I think it was some sort of number at the end. We were off by like a hair. So it might have been like a misplaced transaction. It might have been a misplaced bill. Might have been something screwy, but we were sitting there, and he and I sat down, spent like a day digging through it. We dug it out, got it done. We figured it out. I showed mine to him, because I didn't get mine actually checked. The oncoming start. Oh, hey, what's going on, dude? What's going on, my guy? Just chatting about some high school stuff. Chatting my old high school stories of finishing an accounting project way earlier than it needed to be done. And trying to find a shiny Rookidee, which, yeah, hasn't exactly been too successful yet. I should be getting, hopefully I'm going to be getting it soon, because I'd like to get at least, if I can get this shiny today, I'll be happy. So let's see, come on, Rookidee, give me the yellow. I'll be happy if I can get the shiny Rookidee today. So what's going on with you, Mr. The Storm? Surprised to see anybody actually jump into this stream to view it. Usually these solo streams, I mean, usually I get somebody that comes in, but it's always somebody new, so. Ooh, Rookidee, there we go, come on, yellow. Son of a bitch. I'd like to get this shiny, man. I've been running around this route in circles. I mean, I'm doing alright. I've been kind of chatting for the last half hour, talking to myself, you know, just kind of hanging out and doing some chill stuff. I mean, talking about old high school stuff, so. Oh, you sub. Oh, did I not? Dang, I want to just make sure. Because that might have been. I want to make sure the numbers are right. Because I got. Every once in a while I gotta check to make sure YouTube's numbers are actually right. But that is cool, so. It's cool. Find somebody that actually. I mean, I'm surprised we don't get a lot. Well, then again, it is during the school year right now, so it's not exactly the optimal time to stream, so. But. I'm doing what I can do. So. I mean, right now, as long as if I can get one Rookidee today, even though I don't have the shiny charm, I'll be happy. So, of course, I probably could have built a team specifically to do this, but the team I've got is good enough. I mean, the only thing I think this team actually might be the best I can do for now. Let's grab something from the box, but I don't want to do that. I mean, if I had better usage of my TMs, I'd probably be in good shape, but it is what it is. It's a bit, let me say it's a little bit off on the timing for the stream, but whatever. Alright, Rookidee, come on. Be yellow. I just want to get the stupid Rookidee. So I can get the Rookidee, I'll slap it on my team, and then have all the fun with it from there. I want to get Rookidee, because I slowly want to change this team into a shiny team, but I think that's going to take way too long. Because that's going to be a lot of effort. And, oop, there we go. Let's see, I think I saw that name the last stream we were doing. Could be wrong. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have a way to, like, tell how long somebody's been subbed for, but Eh, whatever. Is what it is. Come on, Rookidee. I need you to be yellow. Just take the yellow on your stomach and slather it all over your wings. I mean, if I get that shiny Rookidee today, that's gonna be nice. Because I know everybody so far, from what I've seen for Rookidee, has gone over like 3,000 encounters without the shiny charm. So I can't imagine I'm too far off of it, but I feel like I'm gonna be a little ways off. I mean, it would be nice if I could get this whole... Alright, that's a Wooloo, so that's gonna be a later hunt. Alright, Rookidee... Damn it. Come on, Rookidee. Give me what I need to do. Spawn in a Rookidee somewhere? Let's see. Is he gonna spawn in? Oh, nice. I don't know. I still think this route is extremely optimal for doing Rookidee. Just because, or doing any of the shinies on this route. Yeah, as much as I could have been building up a chain on some of these other shinies, or some of these other mons I gotta get, I'll save it for later. No sense in rushing it now. So, I'll make it work. It is not a problem. Let's see. That's a Squovit, that's a Midget. Alright. Let's get around here. Man, I'd like to find some more of these Rookidee that have auras to them. So this way I can actually keep the, I can get my aura count back up. Which, I think I'm back above 3k, so it's not too bad. But the next bike upgrade is 5, so... Alright, let's see. Am I gonna get a Rookidee over here? Got a Rookidee. Nice. I think if you wait on these Rookidee, it'll come up later. Or I think you might get the aura if they... I don't know how the aura works. Like, does it just happen on a mon that stays on the field a long time? Or does it actually... You have to spawn in with the aura to get it? That's the part that's kind of weird. No, I don't want to fight new mons in the grass. Alright, that was a Squovit, so I don't need that. We got a Rookidee. Come on, Rookidee, give me the shiny. I've been hunting this thing for like half the week. I've pretty much been hunting it basically since I got the frickin'... Ever since Aaron and I finished the streams. I started doing some Rookidee encounters. I mean, I haven't even made that much progress because I'm still kind of lagging behind. I mean, all I've done today is get through Surfetched. I haven't gotten through anything else. Nope, stay in here until it gets done. Not a Rookidee, okay. Sprint around the island here. Squovit, doesn't even matter. Get out of my face, Squovit. I like you, but not quite what I'm looking for. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Rookidee, nice. Come on, give it! I want to get the... I didn't title this stream getting my first live shiny for nothing. Come on. I will be getting my first live one, damn it. Oh, of course you miss. Don't go missing Razor Leaf now. Come on. You've been landing Razor Leaf left and right. There you go. And that'd be the only move I would really swap off, is get rid of frickin' Razor Leaf and put something else in. Come on. Damn it. Rookidee, getting on my nerves. I mean, Razor Leaf is a 95, so it shouldn't miss often. It's just when it misses, it always ends up being a pain in the ass. Alright, let's see. Oh, another Rookidee, nice. Dude, how are there even Rookidee left in this area? You feel like one of them would just want to paint themselves yellow to get this over with. I swear, if I was one of these Rookidees in these games, it's like, It's this and Dex Snap. I would be throwing those... If I was in the wild here with these Rookidee, I would be throwing the shiny in front of this guy so he can stop murdering my family. Like, you gotta this game's gotta know that there's a limit to what you're doing, right? Like, there can't just be nothing going on here. Okay, that's a Wooloo. And Squovit. Alright. No Rookidees, so we're gonna go for another lap. Squovit, I didn't ask for you to run into me. You're losing your adorable charm. It's kidding old. I'd prefer you to sparkle the way I need you to. You're not... Man, I'm not even seeing a Rookidee this lap. What the heck? Let's do it again. So Squovit, there we go. Rookidee. My brain always is like, come on, it's gonna be it, it's gonna be it. Nope. Give me the friggin' shiny. I just want to get this stupid Rookidee. Give me the Rookidee. Alright, let's see. We got anything over here? More Rookidee. Nice. Okay. Dude, I did not want whatever this stupid Squovit. I don't like you, Squovit. I will like you when I go shiny hunting for you because you show up every 2 seconds, but I do not want you. I want the Rookidee. Okay, get off the bike. This is not working. There we go. I'm on the bike to speed this up, but when I gotta do circles, this bike acts like a Gen 5 bike. Which, I got no grief with that bike entirely, but that bike is a pain in the ass to work with. Just because it's like you're sitting there constantly getting looped around. Oh, that's right. I think if you stay crouched, more of them spawn in. So it might be better to stay off the bike, but I like doing it on the bike just because then it's a little quicker. Let's see. If I stay crouched and another Rookidee spawns in, then I won't get back. Oh, yeah. I can't speak English real good. Then I'll get back on the bike. If I don't get another Rookidee spawning in... Okay, wow, shit. Okay, this might actually be quicker then. Never mind. Or I might just be getting lucky RNG, where this thing is just spawning in Rookidee. So... I mean, I'm knocking out Rookidee left and right, so I ain't got nothing to worry about here. Alright, that's a Squovit. That's a Rookidee. I mean, yeah, I could be doing the right... I think if you hit the right joystick... It's either right or left that you whistle and the things are supposed to come at you. But I don't want to whistle and then have a Squovit run up to me and be like, I'm a Squovit! I want a hug. It's like, shut up, Squovit. So, not worth it. I'll just deal with this. Spawn in a Rookidee. No, it didn't. Gosh darn it. Alright, fine. Let's run over this way then. Alright, do my lap around. Rookidee? Of course not. Why would you be? Let's see. Oh, there's a Rookidee over there. So since a Midget spawned in, let's go over here. Oh, it's gonna take a while for me to get used to all these names. But for the most part, I mean, I hear Dreadnought, I see Death. For every team other than my own. Because Dreadnought is busted. I mean, you run Adamant Dreadnought. If I had Rock Slide or something on it, it would be infinitely better. It's just Rock Tomb is the only Rock Stab I get. So, let's see. I don't see a Rookidee over there. Got nothing on that side. Nothing there. I think I saw one just pop up. Nice. Give me you. And you're not it. Of course you're not. Why would you be? We think I've got tons of branch pokes to work with. I don't know why branch poke would not just be jokingly an infinite PP move. Just because you literally could pick up a stick and poke someone with it until the stick breaks. Let's see. We're gonna get another one? Nope, it's a Wooloo. Alright, let's get running. Alright, nothing. Not a thing. Let's do it again. I was gonna say, I don't think it's because I'm going too fast. I think it's just this... Yo, Rookity, stop freaking curbing me. Let's go. Stop putting them curves on. Get this to work, dang it. Alright, Rookity. Rookity. Rookie die already. Come on, let's go. I think I have the text on fast. I think I do. I hope I do. Let's see. Nope. Squovit, Wooloo, and Rookie D. Nice. Good thing I checked. Would have been really happy had I checked. The grass starter is the weakest starter. I mean, it depends on the definition of weakest. Because to me, I mean, technically, branch poke having this much PP, to me, makes the grass one stronger. From a stat point of view, yeah, I would say probably. I can't make a clear thing because I haven't seen Sobble, but Score Bunny, I definitely can tell with, what is it, like Pyro Ball or something, whatever the signature move is, once that thing fully evolves, that is ridiculously powerful. Okay, let me hit you with basically high jump kick that has no, it does have the lowest stats? Oh. Well, I mean, I'm also picking it just for dex entry's sake, but as far as shiny hunting goes, this thing is definitely coming in clutch, though. Not gonna lie, like, it's also probably because thanks to friggin' Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Moon getting me so used to leafage that I would be clicking every single turn having that at base 40 PP, it just makes doing stuff like this easier. So for shiny hunting, I'd put... I forget what the hell the final thing is. But Grookey's line, I would say, is strongest for hunting, but lowest in overall power. So I'm sure later in the game when I gotta start knocking stuff out, I'm gonna swap Grookey off for something else. Or whatever Thwacky turns into. So the champs team, which is... Yeah, it's... believe me, once I get to that point with my own shield playthrough, I'm sure I'm gonna end up doing that because Pyro Ball is busted. 120 power, 90 accuracy, and a chance to burn. Hey, do we want to buff high jump kick by negating the secondary the recoil damage if you miss, and let them burn? Oh, and by the way, it's stab on the starter. That has a pretty freaking good attack stat to begin with. Yeah, how do you spell busted? I mean, granted, my team in Shield right now has pretty much just been Dreadnought and my starter, kind of just carrying anything. So, that's just because Dreadnought with Liquidation hits like a freaking truck. I mean, even with Waterfall, like right now, that's why I picked up a Choodle in this playthrough. Which, this is the one, this is the one my buddy Aaron and I are going to be doing, like, side by side at least once a week to play through. But that Dreadnought is a beast. It's funny, he and I are on opposite sides of the coin, where he says Boltund is the better one to go with than Dreadnought. I don't have as much experience with Boltund, so I'm sure for him it worked out, but for me, yeah, I'm going to have to stick with what I got at Dreadnought, because I see Liquidation and Waterfall, and I see no switch-ins, because that thing just hurts. And it's like, oh boy, my rival starter in the other game he's got the Grass-type starter. It still does, like, 50% with just a Wave Incense boosted Liquidation. Just because the one I've got in my own playthrough is Adamant. So it's like, yeah, I'll hit with an extra little oomph to stick it to you. But I mean, I went on like a 4-gym tear in that game. Also, I think the Fire Gym and at least the 3 gyms after it, I just swept with Dreadnought. The only issue I ran into was that Fairy Gym, and that's just because her questions are bullshit. And the fact that it's like, the Fairy Gym is just dumb, because, I mean, I get the whole point of doing a quiz setup, but X and Y did the quiz setup a little bit better. So, it's kind of eh. Whereas this game, it's like, hey, every time I switch in a Pokemon, I'm going to ask you a question. And if you get it wrong, I'm dropping your stats. But if you get it right, I'm boosting your stats. So I walked into I think her 3rd or 4th mon I walked into with like +2 attack and special attack, and then a +2 in speed. So I should have won. But then the third question was like, it was something dumb where I think it was a question you're supposed to get. No, she said, "What is my favorite color?" And I remembered she mentioned pink in that first conversation because I didn't really read it. And I was like, "Well, I like to see pink in other people, but that's not my favorite color." So I got like -2 defenses. I think I got -2 in both defenses. I was like, "What the fuck?" So great, if I get a hit, I'm dead. I get tapped once with a freaking leaf, and there we go. Dreadnaught's out. So I swap out and I come back in for a 4th Mon, and then that's the one where she asked about her age. And it's like 88 or 16, and I picked 88, and she's like, "Wow, you didn't have to be so on the nose about." I was waiting. I thought there would be a third option. It's like you don't ask a woman her age, because that would have been the one I would have said was right. But nope, you pick 88 or 16. You're supposed to get it wrong, and I think that gives you a minus attack and special attack. So it's like, great, thanks for dropping my Dreadnought stats. Granted, she still died to 1 Dynamax liquidation, so it still felt good to sweep her. It was just annoying that, you know, I gotta keep swapping in and out to get those stat debuffs off me. So, whatever. I'm sure once we get to that point, my Dreadnought will just... I'm probably gonna put more... I mean, right now, Dreadnaught's got... Actually, do I have any Dynamax candies left? Because I think I did a couple of... I might have some left over. Let me check. Because if I have some extra Dynamax candies, I'll probably throw them into... Oh, I got 5. Who to pick? I probably could... Could do Boltund. Dreadnaught's already at max, so I don't have to worry about Dreadnought, but... Who to pick? Could do Surfetched. You know that thing... Actually, Surfetched would probably be good. Since that thing is probably going to be a beast. You know what? I'm going to do 2 into you. And I'll put the 3 into Boltund. Yeah, I'll do that. Now let's see. How high are the levels? So I don't think I put any into Thwacky right now, right? Okay, I got 1. Lame. You got nothing. You're maxed out because you're gonna... I mean, if you had Strong Jaw, I'd like you better, but Shell Armor's not bad. And of course, you have Strong Jaw, but not the best nature? And Aaron was kind of right. This thing literally is just Zygarde 10% with a new coat of paint. Carcoal over here, not bad. I mean, Timid Nature is not the worst. I think your Final Evo is more of a special attacker, but I haven't really used it much to figure that part out. I could guess this thing's probably a physical attacker, so... But, whatever. Keep Surfetched in the back, which I don't know if I got lucky or if they always hold the leak. That boosts the crit chance, so... I don't know. Kind of enough. I don't know, Surfetched is a weird kind of evolution for me. This generation brought in some weird kind of evolution mechanics. Like, Surfetched is you have to get 3 crits in a battle. There are 3 crits in one battle in order to evolve it. Even if it doesn't level up. So it's like... It's kind of weird. I mean, I knew there would be some... There's always some sort of weird gimmick, but I think Aaron was talking to me about one Mon that you have to lose like 49 HP specifically, and then take it to a certain area and level it up and it'll evolve. It's like, okay, why would you do that? Or I think Applin's another one that evolves with like a weird held item. So it's kind of... It's a weird setup. This generation gets some weird mechanics to it that... I mean, once I finish the deck once, I'll be happy that I don't have to do it again for a while, but... I'll be happier once I get some of these things done. And the sooner I can get some of these shinies, the better. So... I don't even know how far I'm going to get today, because this is actually taking a little bit longer than... It's taking me longer today to get encounters than it did literally the last 2 days I spent getting encounters. Because I've already got Rookidee at 999 for the numbered battled. So all I need is to see that yellow and see that nice animation, and I'll be happy. Oh, come on, Rookidee. I need you to just take the yellow and put it on your wings. All across your back, and I'll be happy. I know I was thinking earlier that this route might be shiny locked, and it's like there's no way they shiny locked a route like this. I mean, yeah, they shiny locked the starters, which again, I'll call it... It's dumb that they're doing it, but I understand why. because it makes it easier to deal with cutscenes and all that when you don't have to worry about a shiny coming up in the middle of the cutscene. Because then you have to also doubly animate for a shiny cutscene. Like Black and White when they first did it, and you had Reshiram and Zekrom were shiny locked. That makes it a little easier, so you're not seeing a blue Zekrom coming in and dropping down. Because then if you saw it at your first cutscene, you'd know it's a shiny, and you'd be, or like when the Mon comes out of the ball, you'd see it. Or if N had the shiny opposite legend, like if you're playing Black and he's got the shiny Zekrom, it's like, okay, cool, thanks. I didn't want to, get that on my team or nothing. You're just gonna carry that thing around, walk into the final fight with it. And then you could see the same thing like with the Reshiram, or you go into X and Y and you see the like if you're playing X, you got Xerneas in that middle power-up thing in the ooh, nice aura. Like if you got the Xerneas sitting there and it turns into a white Xerneas, it's like, what? Xerneas was supposed to be blue, and then you see all the jackasses online. They're like, I think my game was glitched because I saw a white Xerneas when I was playing through X, so I just reset it and turned it back to normal. And you see everybody who's screaming in the shiny hunting community like, you did what? 129 watts, nice. So, I don't know, like, now that I'm going through trying to get the shiny decks, I'm seeing more and more people, like, failing shinies, and I look at it and I'm like, oh, if that was me, I wouldn't have done that. But then it's like, if that was me, I've gotten tons of duplicates. Like, I know I probably pissed off Aaron when I was going through Alpha Sapphire, just trying to knock out some of the version exclusives that I needed from that. I went through to get Sawk, and I got through to the Aqua Hideout. And legitimately, I got in the Aqua Hideout, went to the room for the Master Ball just to go get it. First Electrode Ball I picked up was a shiny Electrode. No shiny charm, no nothing, no hacks. Just a default game, just ran through to get to that point. Picked up the Electrode, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I already have Voltorb and Electrode done. Why are you doing this to me, game? And of course I sent it to him, he never responded. Because he generally gets triggered when I send him some of the full odds shinies that I'll get. Which, Gen 6 isn't full odds technically, but since I had no modifiers going for it, it was like, that was the first Electrode I had battled, and that was the only Electrode I had battled. Because that game I didn't even beat the Elite Four because Omega Ruby's doing all of my breed hunting, so I have no reason to finish it. And it's not like there's anything in the post-game that opens up that I could only get with beating with just that game. Because the only Mon I think I needed out of it was Sawk. I think like Sawk and one other thing, but I think I got it in Sun Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon, so it's like, didn't need to worry about it. Although it's always funny if you want to trigger Aaron when he and I stream next Tuesday. Just mention the shiny Purloin. See how that sets him off. Just ask him how he got that shiny Purloin, and I'm sure that'll put him into a little bit of a frenzy to see that. Just because it's my favorite story by far to tell, and even like everybody that works with me, like at my regular job when I talk with people, and they'll see me shiny hunting every once in a while, or I'll talk about it, and they're like, "Wow, it's pretty cool." Then somebody they'll ask me like, "What's your favorite?" Of all the shinies you've caught, all of them that you've obtained, which is your favorite and why? And I'll tell them it's my shiny Liepard, because Aaron and I were doing a physical cage lock of Black 2, White 2, since I owned both copies and I had nothing to do for senior year. So I gave him the one copy, and we were going to do a cage lock. Like, after each gym, it's a standard Nuzlocke, but after each gym you go into a one-on-one battle. The winner survives and gets a bonus, loser is fainted, puts in the box, or released. So before the first gym, he and I are grinding up, because that gym's tough. And we're sitting there, and he finds shiny Purloin. He is ecstatic. It's his first ever shiny. Ever. He's never caught any shiny. Now, at that point, I had found a few shinies in the old gen games. I found a Hoot Hoot in Soul Silver. I did a Bulbasaur hunt in Fire Red. I did some other hunts that I pulled off that I did then. That was when I started doing my Omega Ruby breed hunting. So I'm sitting there, for me getting a shiny wasn't too uncommon, because I had a few of them at that point. But he got this Purloin, he was ecstatic. He was losing his mind. Every one of us sitting around that table at study hall was, like, we were all happy for him, and I was too, but I wasn't, like, as above and over the top as some of the other guys were. So I'm sitting there, and I got Nick next to me, and it was like everybody else in the room was on the other side of the table, so they couldn't see my game. It was only he and I on that side. So I'm sitting there, and of course, I'm looking at my game, and it's about 5 minutes after Aaron gets his shiny Purloin. So I'm sitting there, and I turn the volume off of my system, because I never played with the volume on, and I see the sparkle come up on a fucking Purloin. So I'm sitting there, and I got a shiny Purloin now. So I catch it, I save, and Nick looks at me, and I'm giggling to myself, and no one across the table is noticing it. There's like a dividing wall that's just invisible. They can't see what's on my side. So we're sitting there, and I look at Nick, and he looks at me and goes, what are you laughing at? And I just slowly tilt the DS over to him after I've already saved, so you can't get rid of this thing without deleting the game and all that, or putting it in the PC, releasing it, and saving it. But since I'm holding it, that ain't gonna happen. I'm sitting there, and I look over at Nick, and I'm like, how long do you think I should wait to tell him? And Nick starts losing it a little bit, and we're just sitting there giggling like a couple of schoolgirls. And he's like, you know what, just tell him. Just tell him now, screw it. Rip the Band-Aid right off. Do it. So, of course, everybody's, like, giving him the pat on the back. Aaron's all happy. He's checking the stats. He's looking online at the IVs, you know. He's all ecstatic because it's not a bad Purloin, all that shit. I look at him and I go, hey, Aaron, can I see what that Purloin looks like? He turns his DS around. He's happy as hell. He doesn't even know what's coming. He doesn't know that I'm putting the cannon right to his dreams and shooting him to bits. So, I look at him and I go, hey, does this look right to you? And I turn around my DS. I show him. The look of happiness got sucked out of him. And of course, to everybody else that didn't know how shinies worked then, they just thought that, you know, I purposefully went out of my way to get this shiny just to spite him that it was the same thing he got. Anybody who knows shiny hunting, that's pure RNG. And the fact that 2 chances on 2 separate copies that have no hacks, no cheats, nothing, pulled off the exact same shiny within 5 minutes of each other is stupid lucky. We should have bought lottery tickets after that. So I'm sitting there, and the look of happiness is gone. This dude has... You just killed Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, all of them, right in front of him, gun to the head, boom, blood splattered everywhere. That look of happiness, gone. The look in his eyes, you could see the blazing, raging inferno he put on my forehead. Then and there, Nick and I were losing it. And everybody else in the room was just like, you're an asshole. Come on, why do you gotta do that? He was finally having fun, you know? He had a... Like, that was his one achievement in life, and you sucked it out from underneath him. And it's... The reaction I get out of him now is every single time I mention the Purloin to him, he's like, oh, shut the fuck up. Which is funny, ever since then, like, he and I, like, we did a shiny race for Sun and Moon after that, where we both went for Bound Sweep. He beat me in that shiny race, so he throws it at me every once in a while, but I think I'm a little bit of a better sport at it than he is, because I know when he brings that up to me, it's joking. Like, he's not, he knows I'm not going to get pissed off about it. When I bring up that Purloin, dude, I killed his firstborn son, like, he was pissed. Like, that boy gets triggered on the inside and the outside. He's like, fuck you, done with that. Nah, don't bring that up. Don't go bring that bad blood in here. And it's like, I'll do it. It's fun. Can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen, you know? But it's like, I don't care. To me, that shit's hilarious. I love doing it. And I think that was kind of the moment where I really wanted to start going for the living decks. Because I was fine just doing shinies here and there. But that moment, I think, definitely pushed me more towards go for the living decks. Go 100% of the way. But, you know what? At the end of the day, it was still just in good fun. It just happened to be the universe gave me the chance to flip the middle finger. And I went all in. Because I could have easily just killed that Purloin and said it never existed, but 1 in 8,000 odds showing up like that 5 minutes after he did, hello, I'm taking that. Even at the end of the day, even if I wasn't going for a living dex, that's still a full odds shiny in my back pocket. Like, I still have that live card too. So, it's like, that shit was easily the best thing it could have been. So, it was definitely, without a doubt, that's my favorite shiny. I've had a few others that are cool. Like I got, oh yeah, one of my other old shinies, a Pidgey that I got in Fire Red that turned into a Pidgeot that I lost because I lost my copy of Pokemon Sun, lost like a shit ton of my shiny progress. But I've already made most of that progress up anyway. I'm down to like the last, I think I'm just under 400 again. I think I gotta rework the numbers, but once I figure out how many new Mons are in this game, then I'll figure out from there how many I got left to go. So I think what I'm gonna do is since I am probably going to be hitting the bathroom once I knock out these once I burn through branch poke, then I'll probably just have to hit the bathroom real quick, so I'm probably gonna, let's see. No. That's not what I wanted. I'm probably gonna play a little bit. I'll probably let like Persona's soundtrack play. Let's see. Is this what I'm thinking? So I'm looking for the playlist, so I don't have to worry about that. Sweet. Okay. Ooh, let's get this Oro on here. Alright, it's not a shiny. I think I might actually have to bounce. So let me... Ooh, let's get the good one. Alright, let me make sure Google is unmuted. Drop the volume a little bit. Let's play it. I'm just gonna put the playlist on. Nice. Alright, shuffle it, and then drop the volume down to that. So it's not terribly loud, but I'm gonna stay in this battle, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm just gonna go hit the bathroom. I've been going for about 2.5, and I got to go. Let's see. What's my Switch friend code? Let's see here. Pull it up, because I know I just got that stuff set up yesterday, so let me... I saw it yesterday when I was doing this shit. What the hell am I supposed to I know I saw this shit. Is it because I'm not connected? Let me see. Might just be because I'm not connected right now. Let's see. So I should be online. Hang on. No. First things first. Let me get a save. I'll get my Switch friend code here in just a second. Let me get out of this battle and save, because I don't want to lose all this progress. I mean, I'm down to trade. Let me just see here. Let's see. 129 watts. Cool. Let's go for the quick save here. Let's see. I think was the reason why I had to update the... There must be a system update or something, because I couldn't do it before. Yeah, let's see. Check server status. Unable to confirm server status. Of course. You guys pick right while I'm on live to do this shit. Let me guess. News. By the way, it's not really online, is it? System settings. Screen brightness. Yeah, I can't really do that now. Let's get connected here. So it should be... I know my internet's fine, obviously. Let me just, in case... I'm gonna block this off. Just for a moment. I should be good to connect, just in case I needed to input the password, which... Okay, that's good. So why... Skip the select screen. No, fine. Don't need to transfer data. Why? Why the heck? Console nickname, system update, date and time, console battery, console sound. Why can I not? Huh. Or is it this? Let's see. Switch online. Subscription. Oh, there it is. Duh. Okay, I'm stupid. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, so that's the friend code there up on the screen. So if you wanted to add it, you're more than welcome to. So, sorry about that. I'm still getting used to the Switch because it's really my first instance of playing the Switch, so... But if you want to add the friend code, got it up on that screen for you there. Actually, I'll probably... Let's see, you know what? I'll just add it to the description on the stream. Just to make it easier. I'll put it right up on top of the description. That way if you want to copy and paste it, or get it a little easier... Let's see, SW 6382-146-3903. Okay. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so for in the future, I'll make it easier. It is right now in the... I got it in the description on the top line of the description, so that way it's a little easier to see. So let's hop back into this game then. Let's get this shit rolling. Hey, if you want to make a trade, just hit me up. And I'm going to be shiny hunting for a little bit, but if you're interested... I mean, I can show you the boxes, because I don't have... I mean, I sent some stuff out earlier on missions, so I don't really have the most mons right now. I'm probably going to keep everything, at least right now, that's new from these games. Like... Right now, if I open up the box... I mean, keeping, like, these three are going to be like the main mons that I keep. So, other than that, like, pretty much everything else I would say is up for fair grab. Like this, I think I have all the other mons in the box over. Yeah. Actually, the Meowth is going to stay just because that's my my Gigantamax Meowth. And since there's only one of those at the moment, all these mons are, I would say, fair play. So, any of these 14, I'm down to trade. C-Dot holds a little place in my heart, but I'll get rid of her in a heartbeat because I don't care. So, I would say for right now, like, this whole box of 4, I'm going to keep just because, like I said, I want to get some use out of these new mons. Like, I did just get Silicobra today for a Dynamax raid, so I'd kind of like to keep that. And then Gossifleur I haven't gotten much use out of yet, so I wouldn't mind getting use out of it. The Meowth would just be for payday. And to see the Dynamax one, because I haven't actually put it up on... I haven't actually done the Gigantamax yet, so I haven't truly seen it for myself, but other than that, the party is probably just... The party is generally off limits, just because I don't want to trade these guys out. I might get rid of Corvisquire if I get the shiny, so... But that's really the only thing I would trade out at the moment. Whereas if I get the Rookidee, like if it was right here, I'd consider getting rid of it, but unfortunately not that lucky. So, alright, let me actually drag that playlist over. It's not... The playlist is alright, but I didn't want it to be, like, all of these extra songs. So I'll have to find a different playlist for that. I mean, I like the Persona 5 soundtrack. It is still a banging soundtrack, but it's just not... Like, that particular playlist is not what I was hoping for. 'Cause I was hoping it was more of, like, the battle music or, like, the major songs. But that was kind of, like, every single track on it, so... I'll try to find another one after stream today and keep that on standby for when I do my streams. I feel like I mix it up every once in a while. Oh, let me guess, A-Drive tweeted again? Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, trying to get people to buy his Master Shaker Cup, which I'm not against it. You do you, A-Drive, but I'm not quite at that point with branding yet, so we could be, but I'm not there yet, because we're too small a channel still for that. Let's see, can I get my Rookie Bee? That would be nice. Probably should plug my phone in since that is dying real quick. Yeah, so I'd rather not have my phone die on me if I can go without that for a day. And since neither of these plugs is let's do this. Undo you. And redo you. And plug that in. Okay, there we go. That should last now. Aaron, you shut the hell up, alright? I like how that one finally goes through as profanity, but yet... The last time every other time you've tried that, it seriously does not work. But yeah, this time around... What did you even... Oh, you put 2 eyes in the first one, you little shit. Well, look who finally showed up. You're just jealous because if I end up actually getting the shiny today, you'll be a little triggered that you couldn't get it. Or are you going to try and get it 5 minutes after I do? I mean, I know I'm well above... hell, because I know it's supposed to be like, what, 500 encounters or something gives you the most odds? You'll never get it. Out of spite, I'm going to fight until I do. I will get this damn shiny. Hey, I've pulled out, like, how many more? Or how many from the old gen? I think I can handle getting this one. Let's see, I'll hook this back up to the internet. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, it's not going to work because it's service undergoing maintenance. So I would make the trade with you, buddy, but 500 battles, it's like 2%. But yeah, but if you get the chain above 25, isn't it supposed to be like a 33% chance on each roll? Or it's like a 33% chance you get another roll? So it's something weird like that, where you have to be... I know I'm above the 500 mark, but I'm also... I should be a decent chain length. So, you know what? Let me see. I'm gonna take a quick breather here. I just want to see. Yo, Aaron, you ever get your freaking online working for your Switch? Let's see. Oh, connect to the internet. Yeah, I wonder why. Because the freaking internet's busted on this thing. Because, of course, the one day I go to stream is the one day that the internet on the Switch is busted. You know, the chain, it goes to 33. Yeah, I was going to say, because right now, I'm way above... I think the max chain is, what, 25 or something? And I know I'm well above that, because I burned through... Like, hell, the chain literally got burned when I used Surfetched. Because... How do you hate the new uploader? It's literally easier than the old one, which I thought was next to impossible to make easier. The new uploader is step-by-step easy as hell. It literally makes life easier. The old one, just put it all on one page. But this one is better suited for like you and Dawson, who always ask me how to fucking do the uploads. I did notice your video was going up today, so that's good that you actually got it up there. Or you're at least attempting to get it up there. Like, how are you having trouble with the YouTube uploader? Like, what is actually the problem with it? Because I see no issues with it. Rookie D, show up, damn it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I know you hate change, fucking boomer. It doesn't even... It makes it easier. It's not even like it... But you can still use the old... Oh, no, you can't use it because I got rid of it. That's right. I was gonna say, like, you could... Up until last week, you could still use the old one, but you can't anymore. But hell, even as much as I'm in the same boat, I don't like to change up how the uploading thing worked. I'm glad they changed it, because it makes it easier. Although, you know, I'm surprised you and Dawson are actually starting to put videos back up again. You know, not like we've been like a 3 upload a week channel outside of our streams. It's called Get Good, Scrub. I don't want to look at it. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna do another, just do a quick save, and I'm gonna try to see, because I don't know if he sent me the friend request then. Kinda don't want to ignore the friend request if one came in, so... Yeah, sure. Whatever. Your Wii U friends can join you on the Switch. Wow, really? Not that I care. Received friend requests. Well, story of my life. I just want to get this stupid rookie D. If it goes to 33%, why the hell is this not like... How is this not the ultra wormholes where you're literally like 1 or 2 and 1 in 3 odds of just getting a freaking shiny? I mean, even this mon alone should have well surpassed that chain. I want the stupid yellow bird. That's all I need. One stupid bird. You're not shiny. Come on. It's not even rookie despawning in now. Fun. Let's get you. Let's get the other one. The other one. Man, the stream is really far behind though. Holy crap. Oh, Jesus, they're just looking over on the freaking phone on the side there. Twitch is, at least at Twitch, it's really off. Like, it's almost a good minute behind. Like, right now, getting this rookie D in the patch at 2. And this one's still battling the other one. Jesus. What a long-ass fucking gap. I wonder if I can find it. Yeah, it'll take a quick second here. Let's see, take a couple of seconds here to try and find it. Is this what I'm looking for? Oh, I'm glad you literally made the playlist with nothing in it. Jackass. Let's try this one. Oh, look at D. Yeah, that sucks. That's not the list I wanted. Wait, let me see. Okay, it's not. That's what I was worried. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't run into the shiny when I don't need it. Yeah, that's the full fucking soundtrack. I don't want the full fucking soundtrack. I just want the battle music. That ain't shiny. Let's see. No, thank you for not... this one? Is the playlist I'm looking for? Not... yeah, it's still too long. Never mind, fuck it. Not dealing with it. Too much effort. I'll deal with it after the stream. So, I mean, Oncoming Storm, if you send the friend request, I'll accept it. I just can't do anything in-game because I think Wi-Fi must be down for maintenance right now. So, if you want to add that friend code in, I'm completely fine with that. Because if you need the system code again, it's the top line in the description. So you can definitely just add it in. And actually, for the sake of Twitch, I'll just copy it over. Just so that way I get it. This way on both sides. That way anybody who's watching on Twitch wants to do it, you can go ahead. Let's copy it. And let's paste it. Boom. There we go. Alright, there's that. So now it's up on both. So, anybody who wants to add me, go ahead and add me. I mean, I don't care. It's not like... I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything. Plus, you know, if you want to make a trade, I'm down. Ooh, Rookie D, come on. Damn it. I'd love to get Rookie D shiny so I can just get this out of the way. Get one out of like the 90 or however many more I need to get. That would be nice. Make this nice and simple. Nope, that's not the button I wanted to click. Thanks, YouTube. You're drunk. Or Streamlabs, whatever. Streamlabs perpetually saying I'm on one viewer for no reason. Friend code? I think you have to go into your profile, like, you go up to above the games on your little icon there. And I can't do it right now because, you know, stupid, but you go in there and it's like one of the first things you'll see is like add friend code or search for players by or search for friends by code. So, oh shit, I'm on struggle. Whoops. Let me see. I'll save after this and I'll show you. Yeah, thanks, Wacky, for taking a shit ton of damage. Let me see. Save. Yes. Let's go back to this. Sure. Disconnect for no reason. Yeah, because you'll see, like, it'll probably start up on profile. Then you just add friend, search with friend code. I don't think you need to plunk in the SW. Obviously, probably not, because there's no fucking letters, but... Oh, I got a friend request. I wonder who it's for. Wow, I never would have guessed. Decline. Just sit there, it's like, declined. Nope, not gonna happen. I think if you're looking for your own friend code, I think you have to go... It's on the profile page. Like that very top tab that I showed you, that's where it is. Because it says on that right side what your whole number is. But now it doesn't even really matter, because, you know, you've got mine already on there. So I'm pretty sure it would show me yours if I went to look at it, but I'm not that picky, so... Carcoal... Swap you to up front. I thought you had to work today. What the hell are you doing home? It's Thursday. I thought you would work. Alright, Rookie D. There you go. Let's get Rapid Spin. You know, the nicely button. No. Oh, you got fired? Wow, took him long enough. What'd you do? Call in sick one too many times? Or do they not like a guy whose car got run into by a deer? Oof. I mean, you were pushing your limit, though, with some of those days. You know that. For shame. No, I don't care what's in the grass. Probably, like I said, probably another stupid Squovit. Be gone, Squovit. Nobody likes you. To anybody who does, I don't care. Stupid chipmunk needs to get run over. Well, yeah, I can imagine that. I mean... Well, that's just work. That's just how it is. I mean, it couldn't have been as bad as being at Amazon, though, when you were doing that. When they literally just kicked you out after the holidays, and they're like, okay, bye. I just want to get this stupid Rook D. Like, I know I'm well above whatever odds I need to be at. I'm still not fucking getting it. Okay, it'd be nice if these Rookie D could keep spawning in like this instead of making me run laps. But... whatever. Deal with Rookie D. This Living Dex is gonna be a bitch. If I gotta do this for every fucking mon, I'm gonna be triggered as hell by the end of this. Rookie D, I don't like you. I'd like you to be yellow Rookie D, so I don't have to deal with you. How about that? So I can add you to add this to my freaking team and then run through Galar with a shiny Rookie, your stupid shiny Corvus Squire instead of normal one. Which was funny. I literally, after we got done streaming on Tuesday, I saw somebody's video where they picked the top 10 shinies from this game and like made their top 10 list, and they put Corviknight as number 1. I was like, you put Corviknight as number 1? The thing turns like a decayed skull color, which is cool, but I wouldn't put it as number 1. I mean, if anything, I like freaking Dreadnought's shiny. That looks cool. That's a green shiny that actually looks cool. Like, of all the greens they could have picked, they actually went with that nice dark green. I mean, Choodle just looks kind of dumb because, well, it's Choodle. So, you can't really pick and choose with Choodle. Be happy when... I mean, once I go to it, that'll be something interesting, but... when I go to Shiny Hunter Choodle and get one that's adamant. Get adamant, strong jaw Choodle. Oh, shit. Bike moves too fast. It's like the Gen 5 bike all over again. I feel like, what is this thing's hidden ability? I feel like it's getting it's got something dumb. Like, it's gonna be, like... let's see, Sarah. Let's see, because I don't think Unnerve. I think Unnerve's got to be one of the common ones. Probably like Unnerve, Keen Eye, and something dumb. Big Pecs. Are you? Why did they pick Big Pecs? That's like the most useless of the abilities. Oh no, my defense can't be lowered. God forbid, you know, any other stat gets lowered. Like Unnerve fits some. Like Unnerve and Keen Eye are just better. I mean, no bird... I don't think there's any bird that actually runs Keen Eye. But, still. Why Big Pecs? It's got to be different as Corviknight. There's no way. It's slightly more likely to be male. Let's see, Corviknight, what do you... Don't tell me you keep... Okay, Mirror Armor. That sounds kind of cool, actually. What does that do? Bounces back, stat lowering... Ooh, okay. That's good. That's actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Mirror Armor is nice. Caterpie, I will not fear you. And I will not have to... I gotta run from you because I can't kill you or ruin my chain. I want to, but I can't. I have to fear this thing that make gods run away from it. He studied under Arceus himself. With all those legends on that route, and yet you're the one that stands out the most. No, no, come back. Give me this. You stupid bird. I like the bike, but the upgrades for this thing are so fucking stupid. Fear me! Gods, fear me! Run away! Oh my god, that... Black 2 White 2 brought out so many good fucking memes for us. Like, Caterpie became a god. We couldn't find... The Bibarel must have been the true Arceus all along, because he just sat in the background orchestrating all of the plates. Dippy. I mean, you should have seen it earlier. Literally, Garbodor popped up like 4 feet in front of me. It's like, oh shit, no, Dippy, don't do this. I was running through the wild areas earlier, and I was like, oh god, no, that's Dippy. No, 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 no. I still want to find... We gotta find a Trubbish. One of us has to get Trubbish. Doesn't even matter. Actually, both of us need to, but you just can't let him die. You know, you can't go going for 3 dead Dippies on your count. No, Squovit, I swear to God, why can't I just run you over? I don't like you, Squovit. I'm gonna picture of a Squovit on a dartboard, and I'm gonna shoot it with a shotgun. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot you caught one. I gotta figure out where I gotta find my own Dippy, then. I gotta add him to I'll put him in the PC, and he's not leaving my team ever. He's not leaving ever. Even though I went and did some Dynamax shit and found a freaking... I got a bunch of freaking Dynamax stuff earlier. Like, freaking Beware showed up. It's like Beware, the Silicobra or whatever it is, the ground snake. Caught that. Let's see. Right, 'cause I know what I caught. It's like, because Silicobra I got, and I know the you can get the Gigantamax Meowth from Mystery Gift still. I think you have until January to get it. I don't know when, but you can get that online. Let's see, what else did I get? Got a Dreadnought, which I want to add it to the team, but I wish I could change. If I can get the mint, I would change it from the minus speed to make it adamant. I got a Dwebble, which sucks. Nincada. Got not... Actually, I think, yeah, all 5 of these were my Dynamax today, because the entire wild area decided to light up with Dynamax raids. So, yeah, this thing would probably be broken if I wanted to add it to the team. Joltik, which was funny how Joltik barely grew above the size of anything. Had a feeling that was going to... I mean, the mints are too powerful to put in the regular game, because then you negate the need for anything. So... But, you know, all in all, not... I mean, Dynamax hauls weren't too bad. So... Too bad I couldn't get a shiny one. Which was funny as hell watching A-Drive last night. Oh, alright. Storm, after this battle, I'll make sure to accept that friend request then. Give me 1 second here. I don't think the internet's working yet. It might be somewhere I gotta, like, restart the game. So, I'll check that in a second here. Let me just do a quick save here. Just to make sure that I'm good to go. Then, let's see. Go here. Which is dumb, but you have to disconnect from the game to connect to online. Let's see, received friend requests. Alright, and let's go JJ. And boom. Voila. Alright, that is added. And let me check this real quick. See if online's working. Probably. I'd hope it would. I really hope it is. But I don't think it is. Oh, alright. Now I can connect to the internet. Alright, cool. Wow, look at all you losers. Look at all you losers over here starting up surprise trades and shit. You know what? I'm gonna try one. Fuck it. Select the Pokemon and leave the rest of us. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. It's Wonder Trade, but I can do it with anybody. You know what? Somebody's gonna have fun with this Magikarp. Communicating. Please wait. Would you like to save the game? Sure. Music. Sweet. Alright. I was gonna say, I wonder if battling actually interrupts that. But, I don't care. Let's see what happens. Place your bets. Let's see if I pull a shiny out of surprise trade. Shiny 6 IV Ditto. Let's see it. This will be when I get a shiny Rookie D through that, and it's like, you gotta be fucking me. Let's see. Rapid Spin. Let's do it. Oh, trade completed. Alright, what did I get? Magikarp? Let's see what I got. Alright, Korra, let's see how this ended. Magikarp for Magikarp. Oh, that's a nice upgrade. That's a hell of an upgrade. I'll take that. That's clean. Dude, thanks for the raw Golisopod. Holy shit. Nice. Alright. Did that trade again? Or does it just do it once? I think it just does it once. That is so busted. Wait, oof. Nice. Okay, let's just do... Oh, of course. Let's see max rate battles. Of course not. Why would there be? Yo, that is... You know what? I'm gonna do it again. What's this Golisopod looking like? Oh, you know. What the fuck? Yo. Can we just take a second? Somebody just sent me a raw Golisopod that's competitive. That's basically competitive ready. What the fuck? Yo, Diglett. Go explore the world, buddy. Let's do it. Yep, you know what? I'm fine with that. Alright, let's see. Okay. Give me just a second here. Let's see. Alright, let me get out of this battle then, let's see. Yeah. Cancel it. Okay. Oh, whoops. Probably royally fucked that up, huh? Yeah, let's not do that then. Start trading. Oh, that's so dumb. Alright, Rook D, fine, get out of my way. I'm still getting used to this whole trading system, which I'm not. This is kind of weird, but let's see. Come on, get out of this. Let's try it again. I broadcast one time. Alright, well, how about. Why can't it just, like. Friends only? Why can't it just fucking tell me that a friend is looking to trade? 7, 8, 2, 5. Alright, fine. Trade using this code, yes. Search for another trainer. Okay. I'm gonna guess that was probably the thing that was telling me the trade is ready to go. Don't get how this works. This trading system is wonky. Why can't it be like Oras, where if you're literally friends with somebody, you literally just, okay, boom, done. It's like trading is only a two-player thing, so why do you need to have like specific rooms to trade in? Oh boy, a Hoot Hoot max raid battle. Let me YouTube it. I mean, I'm trying. I just have no clue how this trading thing works. Like this whole trading system is kind of wonky right now to me. I'm gonna say I'll set up a room and then because I have no clue how this shit works. Like I'm trying to figure out all this nonsense. It's like. Well, that's stupid. Make block list, just start blocking all this random shit. Just block all the pictures you don't want. Alright, I'm gonna just set one up. I'm just gonna make a room to trade in, and if you want to trade, you can, so I'll just do... There. Yes. Alright, so if you want to trade, 1358. I feel like I'm probably not supposed to keep constantly going into battles for this, huh? That might help. Let's run away from this. This is searching, so I don't know, like... Don't know how this works. Back in my day, you had to use a cord to trade between friends. Oh, 5-star red. Oh. Oh, alright, there we go. I guess I'm in the trade. Alright, so... Alright, JJ, what do you want? Like, this, pretty much this entire box of all these mons are up for grabs. Whatever you want. Okay, boomer. Alright, shut the fuck up, Aaron. This is the guy who doesn't like change from something that changed 3 weeks ago. I'm talking about shit that's like, it's been good for years and they just keep fucking it up. Like, I mean, if we went back to the original way where you had to have a cord in trade, screw that, because that's not going to work. But if you go to like the way Oras and Gen 7 kind of did it, that was good. So, like, I was completely fine with any way those guys went, those gens went with it. But this gen, it's like, they went with a Let's Go Pikachu thing where you have to, like, have a specific code to go to trade and shit, and it's like, okay, it's dumb. There you go. Ooh, hello. That's a Deblade, nice. Jeez, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use that for a while. That's actually pretty good. Oh, you want Togepi? Okay, fair enough, my bad. Alright, hang on. Cancel, and then I will give you the Togepi. There you are. Togepi. I mean, I'm good with whatever, so if you wanted to trade that Deblade, that's fine by me. It's a mon that I'll probably not be able to use for a long time, but I'm down with it. Cool. An error occurs, your system gets turned off, you won't be able to trade for a while. What, so if my power goes out, I get punished? Stupid. It's cool, she just put a warning up. It's like, hey, check your power, stupid. Why'd you get disconnected from the internet? But, alright. And there you go, Togepi, get the fuck out. Yoink. I do like that trade animation, though. The ball getting launched to the side like that. That's kind of cool. Cool. Nice old Doublade. Alright, so defense is high. Nice! Hey, power to you, man. I mean, eventually I'll have to get into breeding stuff, so you know what? Sure, I'll take the lead card with it. I mean, do you want anything else, or you just wanted that Togepi? You can only check IVs, I think, in the post-game. Because you have to go to the IV checker after you do something at the... It's the town all the way to the north after the Pokemon League. Because if you hit plus, it should change the numbers to, like, best, worst, all that stuff, like how Gen 6 did it. So... I mean, goddamn, that's a good thing, though, man. I mean, even with the minus attack nature, it's still got a hell of a lot of attack. Like, goddamn. I think you might have to do it in... I know I've seen how to get the IV checker. Because it's in the map. Let me see. I'll pull up the map and I'll see. Because, let me take a quick peek. It's... Once it opens up, come on. It's in here. This is supposedly where the IV checker is. So I think it's like the upper left corner of the inside that building, I think, is where you got to go. But I don't know for certain because obviously haven't made it there yet. I mean, hell, I'm still over here dealing with. Got to go wait for Dipstick McGee. Yeah, it's in the tower. Yeah, I was gonna say I had a feeling it was in here, like in the Seattle Space Needle over here. So, that's cool. Actually, did I check? I don't know. I mean, if you want to battle, I'm down. I mean, probably not getting the shiny anyway, so I mean, my team is ass cheeks. But yeah, let me battle. Let me just throw this thing on the team and have you fight it. Oh, hey, Beppis. What's going on, my dude? Been a while. Alright, I think I've got some items I can slap around here, so... Let's do that. Let's give it a magnet. Let's move the friggin' miracle seed over once I get to that point. Oh, the leak. Sorry, I forgot you. Yeah, swap the miracle seed for the leak. Luck incense is useless. Sure. Bird, where the... Yeah, that was a stupid move. Let me give my bird the boots. Yeah, that's definitely the brilliant 10 out of 10 play. Alright, so let's hop back and let's get this team healed up. My team is gonna get its ass kicked. Oh, man. I mean, at least my team is, like, diverse, but it's like my team is gonna get fisted. There's gonna be, like, I'm pretty sure an Aegislash would absolutely destroy me. Alright, you're going in the front. You're not wearing these boots. Actually, please swap you two around. Yeah, you look like somebody that would need to not wear the boots, so... Let's do... Link Bateau. Alright, I'll do the same code again for the battle. Just be single battle. Sure. Alright. So, whenever you want to join in, I'm ready. Let's see. See if I can... I mean, if I pull the Rookidee right before... actually, I'll run away from this thing so we can get into the battle. Won't keep you waiting all day long. Run away from this, because it's not the shiny that I was hoping for, but... Let's... Come on, dude. You can do it. This is gonna be one of those dumb things where it's like you gotta be in a building? No. It was probably just dumb luck that it happened when I walked in the Pokemon Center. Very, very weird. I sit. The flowers. Yeah, let me just steal your Wooloo real quick, just like take them Wooloo, run away. I feel like I missed items around here or something. Yeah, it's the same code that I used for the other trade. Or for when we did the trade. Should be. Let's see. Okay, try it again. Let's see. Sure. I'll cancel it and then I'll just reset the 1, 3, 5, 8. Single. And then boop. There we go. Let's see, I just reset it, so if it gets in there, it gets in there. Alright, buff guy with the Wooloo. Yeah, that's definitely not like a hazard to the environment or anything. It's literally just a bike that you can rocket around on and electrocute yourself. Because we're hoping on good faith that this Pokemon isn't absolutely a freaking maniac. You got anything good in here? Got Great Balls, which I got a ton of, so I could sell some of my shit. You want to change the code? Yeah, I'll change the code then. Let's see. Let's see. Link battle. Yeah. Cancel the request. Let's see. I'll change the code. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So now the code's 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. No, I don't want to go to any station. Stupid game. Try to tell me to go to a station. There's multiple places that can tell me to go to a station, which makes no sense, but okay. Ah, there we go, finally. Alright, now let's see if I can get my... Let's see how fast I get my ass waxed. This is gonna be a quick... I got a feeling this battle's gonna be bad. Alright, game, let's see. Players can see player nickname. Participating team? Sure. Let's just use the party. Yep. You can rent another trainer's team? What? I don't want to train myself out. Hobby. Let's do the... You know what? Let's do the gym leader one. Tackle it. I'm good. Let's roll. Let's see it. Choose select participating Pokemon. Alright. This is where I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, I'm really getting my ass waxed. Oh my god, I'm about to get the shit kicked out of me. Jesus. Yikes. Oh, of course somebody's calling right when I gotta fucking start this. Well, this was a quick fight. Oh, good. The jump. Oh, good. That's even better. Like, oh, I'm gonna fucking die. This team is fucked. Jesus. Yeah, I think that might just kill. Darn. I think that it totally was a crit. That was a high roll. Mega jump. Dude, my team is... There's nothing on my team that can fucking tank a hit from this thing. Like, I'm pretty sure Thwacky here is the only one that could maybe take a hit. And I'm putting maybe as like, no, this thing is done. Like, even if I stall this thing out, I'm not even like half the fucking... But, you know what? Oh, that's not gonna work. Fuck it, let's go for it. Let's see. Knock off. Do it. I'm about to fucking get this team. This team is destroyed. Big Chungus himself over there is about to frickin' eat me like a Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, I think that might help. I think like not even I don't think anybody on my team is even half the level of your lowest level Mon. Oh, that road in the back was kind of cool. That's not a competitive battle. See, I have a fair chance. You know what? I'm just kind of curious to see how, if my team... I don't think this is tanking the hit. Nope. Well, that was my best shot at tanking the hit. Oh my god. Wow. I was hoping I would at least tank one hit. There's no way. I'm curious if Bolton here is going to tank it, because nothing else on the team is going to. I mean, hell, if Thwacky couldn't, I doubt Bolton is taking any of these hits. Let's see. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to see if Dynamaxing makes any difference. I'm just going to see if this does anything at all. I'm fairly certain not, because I'm like half your level. Oh my god. These Pikachu's having a field day. Oh my god. I've never seen, like, is this how the AI trainers feel? Alright, come on, Bolton. You're my only hope. Come on. Just tank one. If you eat one hit, I'll be happy. It's not gonna happen. This fucking thing is dead. Yeah, there you go, Bolt. Go get him. Oh, let's see. 128 health. How quick is it gonna drop? Place your bets. Pikachu's gonna outspeed and put a hole. Yep, let's see. Oh, does he live it? Come on! He ate the hit! Holy shit! Of course, I'm not doing anything in return, but like... I'm pretty sure even as a normal Pikachu. I'm pretty sure even as a regular Pikachu, he still mopped up floor with me. Aha! I did it! I got a hit! I was gonna say, even this tiny little rat still gonna fucking put a hole in me. Alright, what is it? Okay, here's my only hope. Maybe. I took down the Gigantamax. Alright, just gotta... Alright, let's see it. Alright, here we go. Could do like 10%. Oh, Jesus, didn't even do like... Did health bar even move? Christ. Yo, stop telling me there's 60 seconds on the move timer. I don't care. Doesn't need to show up every friggin' turn. Like, I get it. I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna get outsped. Yep. Oh, dude, Jesus. Kick that frickin' rock at my head. Well, you tried, Bolton. You took a hit, which is all. Fucking this fucking team got shafted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a GG. There's no way my team is tanking a hit, like... Alright, Karkle. You're probably gonna die. I think if this thing kicks double kick, you're dead. Yep, as I literally said, double kick. Yep, one hit? Yep. Imagine if Sturdy plus Focus Sash would actually keep you alive if you got hit with a 2-hit move. Alright, here we go. Got this. Alright, Corvusquire versus the world. Let's do it. No eating berries for you. No, you're not allowed to eat a berry. In fact, I'm gonna eat your berry if I could even take a hit. Let's see. Oh, shit. Now he's back up to neutral speed. Ah, shit. Damn, there goes my hope of that you were choiced. Alright, Surfetch. Let's do it. 1v6. Come on, you can do it. You've done maybe, like, 7% damage to this whole team. Eh. Great, I'm losing to the furry Mario. Alright, Surfetch. Just throw that shield at him. Distract him a little bit. Do something. They could turn into fried chicken. Oh, I might do like 3% to another Mon. Oh, yeah, no way, I'm dead. Yep, that's how I give away. Intrepid Sword. What? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, great. Yeah, that's cool. Just start. That's busted. That should just do like 1 damage. Fuck. Alright, here we go. The most useless move in the game, but I'm pretty sure it didn't even get buffed. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I might be dead. You just cross swords. Come on. Tank it. Come on, you can tank it. Well, yeah, I figured. Damn it. Sirfetch'd, what are you doing? Who trained you to hold the sword? You know, I might have been able to see that one coming. Yeah, let's. Alright, that was a good laugh. Yeah, like I said, we'll play with different rules, just to... Let's say, we'll put it to... If we get to level 50 each, I think that would be at least a little bit closer. We might have a chance at seeing more than, like, 100% damage get dissed out. Or at least, you know, we'll see, hopefully a little less. Or maybe a little more than 2%. There we go. Alright. I'm kind of curious about this rental team. Like, what? Why is this thing even here? Alright, we're gonna keep my party. Screw it. They didn't get a chance to do anything. And then it was Rocket. I will say, I'm surprised Bolton actually took the frickin' hit. I completely expected him to just die. I mean, there's no way I'm beating the two legends. I mean, the Gigantamax Pikachu and Charizard alone probably destroy this team. Gardevoir is on a whole nother level. But those two legends, it would take my entire team to beat them. Rent team from the Battle Tower? Oh god, I should have done that. My team is gonna get frickin' waxed. There's no way my team is doing this. Well, this ought to be interesting. Alright, Dreadnought, go get him. Alright, here we go. I got one hope. Oh, come on. Alright. I know he's gonna outspeed. All I gotta do is just hope. I just gotta hope he does not have Solar Beam. Which he probably does. I'm about to get my ass waxed. This ain't gonna go good. Dreadnought, you're my best hope. There's no way I'm beating this Charizard otherwise. Like, Carkol is fucked. Alright, Dreadnought, just tank it. All I need you to do. God damn, you got a lot of health. Holy shit. Max Airstream. Oh, maybe. Oh, nice. There we go. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay, that was speed. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, here we go. Please. Yes! Here we go. Ah, that's nice. This is when Pikachu's gonna come out and be like, alright, fun's over. Pikachu's gonna come out and freaking like, I'm gonna get big chonked on. Oh my god. Gardevoir, alright. Oh, that's right, you're a fairy, so I can't do what I want to do. Shit. You give me any sort of boost? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna have to go balls in right now and just hope. Oh wow, I'm surprised you don't have speed. It's a Dreadnought, this thing's got like a 2 speed stat. Please. Oh, damn, so close. Well, now the next one's gonna hit like a truck if I survive a hit. Which, maybe? Hypnosis. Miss, 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 miss. Yes! Oh, thank you, Dreadnought. Alright, I think probably best bet would be... I don't want to use what I want to do, so let's just get this Hypnosis thing off the field. Get out of here. Try to put me to sleep. I took one. Now I got my 2 kills. Here we go, Dreadnought. Just put a hole in it. You know, I'm pretty sure you're done Dynamax after this, because Charizard... No, yeah, that's my 3rd turn. Alright, it's Pikachu by deck. Freaking end Dreadnought. Yeah, I was gonna say, Pikachu's gonna end Dreadnought. Yikes. Alright, let's not. But, you know what? You're useless. You're gonna die. Alright, here we go. Yep. Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about that. Oh, shit. Well, figured that was gonna happen. All according to plan, even though I have no plan at all, but I'll take it. Sure, let's go for this. Go for it. See if I can get a little bit of an edge here. I should check this thing as a holding item. Probably should have just gone for what I wanted. Probably should have gone for knockoff. What am I doing? Well, maybe I got the read. Sinbad, that's the... Oh, that's you. Alright, maybe. Maybe I got a good read. Come on. It's charcoal. Alright, fine by me. Yeah, only I died or whatever the hell you want to go for. So let's... I feel like I'm about to get red. Come on. Don't do what I think you're doing. Yes! That's fine by me. I love that play. Just don't do it. Don't you do it. Fuck! Of course it did. Son of a bitch. Alright, so that makes it a little easier to deal with. Actually, this doesn't hinder me too badly. I'm gonna have to try it, though. Yeah, I was gonna say, I figured that was gonna happen. Okay, maybe I can get lucky. Get a lucky crit. Come on, please. Damn, that's a lot of damage for a burned mon. Jesus! For something that's burned, that does a ton of damage. Alright. I can feel something is gonna happen, so let's... Bolton, your sheep said is such shit! Oh my god, Bolton, you suck! Why do you not learn anything? Fuck. Alright, the big brain play. Here we go. Let's do it. I should have packed that fucking Delisa pod. Why did I not pack that damn thing? That thing would have been a truck. Alright. Oh, did I get... I don't think I got lucky at all, did I? Nope, yeah, I'm probably gonna get fisted. Turn of this? I don't even know what fucking type it is. I think this is a... Is this dragon? Look at the dragon. Somehow... You know what? I'm going for it. Balls deep. Let's see. Come on. Wait, I outspeed? What the fuck? How did I outspeed? In what universe? Parallax. But bye. Bye, Bolton. If you survive that hit, I would be surprised. You're not living this. Yeah, no. You're not living that. Had that feeling right out the gate. Alright, well, Bolton outsped. So, probably not. Yeah, I was about to say, what shit, Bolton's like fucking hella fast. Jesus. Alright. Let's see. I have a little bit of a hope. It's only effective. Oh, fuck. Let's just do this. Fuck it. Oh yeah, you're paralyzed. Duh, of course I'm gonna outspeed. Well, Jesus Christ, this fucking origami project is flamethrower. Alright, that was kind of to be expected. You know what, Thwacky? You tried your best. Carcoal. Do I have any? I have nothing that hits super effective? What the fuck typing is this thing? What is it, like Ghost Dragon? There's no way. Let's just go Surfetched. I guess. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck typing is this thing? It can't be Ghost Dragon because it'd be weak to dark. I'm assuming it's Dragon something, but like, what? What are you, Dragon? Oh, it might be Dragon Poison? Yes! Oh, come on. I have hope. I can do this. Come on, Farfetch'd. Come on, Surfetch'd, you can do it. Poison Dragon. I had a feel. I knew it was Dragon something. And as soon as I saw that Brutal Swing is not super effective, it's like, dude, come on. I feel bad about doing it this way, but you know what? I gotta do it to him. Come on. Damn it. Oh, yeah, that would probably have revealed that it was poison type, huh? Don't do it. Yes. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting this intense about a frickin' battle against the crap second. The team had barely beat 2 gym badges. He's going up against the frickin' legend. But we're about to take it. Come on. I mean, granted, I'm only beating 1 legend right now. I haven't even come close to the second one. The second one hasn't even hit the field yet. I'm pretty sure the second one just gets bopped to this. Oh, come the fuck on. Are you kidding me? Really? You live on like 4 health. Come on. Yeah, it's gonna kill me. There's no way. If I lived that hit, that is horseshit. Yeah, I think that might have decided the game right there. Well, not really. Look at... Hey, what do I got left? I got... Oh, yeah, right. Fuck. Okay, I gotta hope, and I gotta pray. I gotta hope that frickin' Zacian is weak to fire and rock. So I have a hope. Alright, here we go. Here's my game plan. Here we go. Ah, shit. Oh, here we go. I'm fucked. This is where I get GG'd. I feel like this thing's gonna be a fighting type. And attack raised? Yeah, because you just come in and get a free attack boost. 1 HP. Oh my... I had a feeling that was a roll. As soon as I hit it, I'm like, that's gonna be a roll. And... Ooh, it is super effective. Ooh. Alright, how strong are you? You're not even much stronger, but I'm going for it. Oh my god, that was just... I had a feeling as soon as I saw that roll stopper, I'm like, that is seriously gonna be, like, so bad. Yeah, but... Bye, Karkle. You tried. Yeah, there's no. The fact this thing gets a +1 right out the gate. Is that just like, Oh, what the hell? It's a thing that Porygon and them all get. Alright, well, here we go. It's my burned Dreadnought against the world. Oh, goody. Alright, let's see. Because I think Gardevoir's still around. No, Gardevoir yeah. Okay, there we go. Bye, Dreadnought. Damn, that was close. Shit. I came close. I almost had the frickin' Eternus killed. There's no way I was beating this thing, though. Actually, I might have been able to beat it if I didn't sack off Bolton. If Bolton didn't drop, I would have had it. I think. Because I probably would have had to do the same damn thing over again. I mean, it's up to you if you want to go again, dude. I'm done. Actually, I've been going about 4 hours. I might get something to eat here in a bit, so... Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. Let my team recover a little bit from that humiliation, so... I'll say GG, you did good. Kick the shit out of the guy who's beaten 2 gyms. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for today, though, guys. So, as much as I want to do another battle, I gotta eat and I gotta get some shit done, because it's like 3:30, so... Definitely, next week, hopefully I'll be able to do Wednesday and Thursday for this. I'll try to get some more shiny hunting done, because I haven't done shit, but... I'll say GG, and next week, if you guys want to if you want to see me do this again, go ahead. Aaron, you can join in too and try to jump in the rotation to kick my ass, because I'm sure you will. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next week.